Give praise, esteem, and honor to the Most High Yah, by way of His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, John chapter 5, verse 39. And after that, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1.
Search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. But you would not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you.
Now you remember, like I said, what we talking about. So when he's talking about the love of Elohim in this instance, what are you really talking about? That's what he's really talking about. Especially when we looked at Deuteronomy chapter 6 and then lined up that with Mark 12, when he said you got to love him with all your heart. You know what I'm saying? Loving somebody, he's giving an instruction of faith. He's giving you the instruction of righteousness in Deuteronomy 6 we have been looking at. You know what I'm saying? Now we in Isaiah 47:1. Let's look what it say right now. It says, now I'm going to tell y'all something. Isaiah 47:1 mirrors Revelation 18. You know what I'm saying? They're just like mirror images of each other. It say, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Now he tells her to come and sit down in the dust. Now why y'all think he sits back and tell her to sit down in the dust? It says this is dry earth, and that word is afar. It's dry earth, powder, ashes, earth, ground, mortar, or rubbish. Now why would he sit back and he tell this woman to come down and sit down in the dust? I'm going to destroy you. So we need to sit back and look at her being destroyed now. Let's go to that same chapter that I said it mirrors, and that's the 18th chapter of the book of Revelation, and pick it up in about verse 1. Matter of fact, before you read verse 4, because it also says virgin daughter or maid. But we got to show how she ain't no maid. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you how she ain't no maid first. Go to Deuteronomy 22 and about verse 11. Because they don't call her no virgin in Revelation 17. Let's look at that first.
Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, is of old woolen and linen together.
We'll drop down 13 then. 22 and 13.
If any man take a wife and go into her and hate her and give an occasional speech against her and bring up an evil name upon her.
You say an evil name upon her, right? Occasional speech. God has something to say about you. Go ahead.
And say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid.
I didn't find her no maid. Open that door.
Then shall the father of damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of
Her virginity.
the damsel of her virginity unto the elders of the city of the gate. And the damsel shall say unto the elders, I gave her daughter unto his man to wife, and he hated her. And lo, he hath given occasional speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid.
I didn't find her no maid.
And yet these are the tokens of her daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. And the elders of the city shall take the man and chasten him. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he had brought her up an evil, because he had brought an evil name upon her, the virgin of Israel, and shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. But if this thing be true, and the token of her virginity be not found for the damsel, then shall they bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones, that she die.
Because why?
Because she have wrought folly in Israel, to play the whore in her father's house.
So he done played the whore in her father's house. Now he called her virgin. Of course this is talking about the children of Israel, but the land laws apply to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? The man just sat back and said clear as day that if I find you not to be a maid but a whore, I'm going to kill you. Let's look at Revelation 17:1. Let's see if she can be found to be a whore. Or why she's going to be found to be a whore. And also said it wouldn't have no throne or no seat of dignity. So I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all know who the two people that fight over Jerusalem?
Muslims and Arabs.
Now why would,
Muslims and the Jews.
now why would you think? Now why would you think that these Arabs and Jews would be fighting over this place?
Because they both trying to prove they're people they not.
They both believe in the Abrahamic part of faith.
Yeah, they do, but no, the Jewish people just there. There's a reason why them Arabs fighting for that.
The blessing of that land.
Yeah, because that was the blessing that I seen a dude today read something out of the Book of Jubilees and why he ought to talk the Book of Jubilees in the garbage. Because it said Abraham told Esau and Jacob's son. Abraham could have told Esau and Jacob's son he was dead. You know what I'm saying? When Esau and Jacob were born, he was dead. You know what I'm saying? You know the book, you should know that. Abraham was dead. You know what I'm talking about? When Rebecca spit them two boys out, well, he was good and gone. So how he talked to him? When he jumped up out the grave real fast, he said, let me holler at your grandson, let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, the way they said it means like
That's in the book of Jubilees.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna read it.
yeah, that's in the Book of Jubilee. That alone, you want to take that book and, John, that's a grave error. You can't even overlook that. This man was dead. Like, man, that ain't even got nothing. When I heard that nigga say that, I'm like, bro, that man was dead. Go read the law for yourself and see it for yourself. Before he died, he gave Isaac everything he had, and then he died. You know what I'm talking about? He never saw Jacob. He never saw Esau. So how did he have a conversation with them? And how could you in good conscience read that to other people and it didn't click in your brain that this man was dead?
Because it's saying that he said that they blessed him. That he blessed him.
Yeah, it, like the dude read it like he told Esau,
It says,
follow the God of your fathers and this, that, and the third. No, some old I can't remember. He got one of y'all got a safari.
yeah, look. It says right here. It says that Abraham gave up the ghost, and Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah. Then you go down about 10 verses. It says that the children struggled in the room.
Yeah.
The woman was
Man
rebel.
was dead.
Right when Abraham died,
That's next.
then she got
He wasn't there.
So he
This man was dead.
What?
This man was dead. I already know he was dead. You know what I'm talking about? This man was dead.
It's in the same chapter.
This man was dead.
Concurrent.
His two sons buried him, and now, so you mean to tell me he jumped up out of the cave and said, hey, grandson, let me tell you something, boy, you better get that birthright there, boy. You see what I'm saying? When you hold that down, boy, you make sure you serve out.
Bruh,
Make sure
that's faith, bruh.
Yeah, that when he said that, but my eyes just like,
Come
bro,
on.
that's
That's super faith.
you can't ignore that.
you gotta throw that whole.
You have to throw that whole book out. That's a blatant lie.
Like he said, Manasseh slapped Judah or something. Yeah, bro.
Come on, man. Abraham told Esau, how? When? He was dead. Oh, man. Revelation 17.
And there came one of the 7 Malachims which had the 7 veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that
Of the
sitteth
great whore that sit where?
upon many waters.
Many waters. What are these waters?
Nations.
Peoples. Nations and tongues. And you sit back and look at it. Islam got a lot of people, nations and tongues. That's a part of it. I can't sit back and give you all the numbers all the way out, but it's probably more in depth than Christianity is.
This why they would say this talking about the Roman Catholic Church, because they'll show Islam coming out of Catholicism.
Yeah, but Catholicism and Islam are the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They're the same. If you actually put Catholicism and Islam side by side, they're the exact same thing.
Yeah, 'cause it's like a Catholic church in
usually-
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and it's usually, if you look where a Catholic church is in some cities, in some places, especially overseas, a mosque is not too far away from it. It's not necessarily like that in America, too tough, but overseas, you see a Catholic church, a mosque is probably right around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
And the Pope cool with a lot of.
Yeah, you got John Paul II kissing the Quran.
Yeah, I ain't know that.
Yeah, before he died, he got a piece of it, he holding it up, he kissing it. That's why they came with Chrislam and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to look to, you know what the reason being is? Because we give white people too much credit. You know what I'm saying? Give them way too much credit. What they have is they have more, they push more proper. Always remember this here, people who have power remain quiet and they stay in the cut. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing from no Arabs. You know what I'm talking about? Most of y'all didn't even know who the Ayatollah Khomeini is. This man got much sway all across the earth. You know what I'm saying? All across the earth.
Who sent it?
God told the Khomeini, that's the actual head and leader of Iran. When you were looking at Ahmadinejad and all the people, they don't run Iran. God told the Khomeini run Iran, but you don't see his face. You know what I'm talking about?
That's the head of the religion.
Yeah, you don't see the king of Saudi Arabia. That man don't walk around like this. But every time he come to holler at AM president, boy, them niggas get on their horse to go holler at this man and treat him with much reverence and respect. They treat him with more respect than they treat the Pope.
Excellency, they like His Excellency, His Excellency.
You know what I'm saying? Because he got sway and power. Why? Because he control all the orders. Man has got more money than all these people. You know what I'm talking about? And he control, and you sit back and look at it, they try to make Islam look bad. They don't necessarily try to make, they use that because people over here stupid. You know what I'm saying? They don't use that same propaganda overseas like they use over here. They know you stupid. You know what I'm saying? See, they know you ain't, I done heard people from overseas say Americans think they the smartest people on the planet and they really don't. And they don't even realize how dumb they are. Because that's what these white folks gonna taught you to have this arrogant attitude that you're smarter than everybody. When they just playing your strings. Because I done had too many people who live overseas that tell me it's not like, when that lady told me in Spain they have siestas, man. That they take 2 to 3 hours off of work
Right.
every day to go home and go to sleep.
We work the hardest over here.
You know what I'm saying? She said them people was finna start an all-out war when they were talking about take that away. She say nothing in Spain opens up till 9 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Straight
And
up.
get a 2 or 3 hour nap time?
Yeah, middle of the day, everybody go home.
Mexico too. All
Go
of
take a nap. Y'all
work
get
the hardest by far, hands down. Except Japan.
But
Japan
not
work.
become better. Yeah,
Because in a lot of countries overseas, bro, they put more premium on your quality of life and the time that you spend with your family over money. And they feel like if they could do that, you'll actually work harder and they'll make more money. You know what I'm saying? See, over here they feel like, screw all you niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Work hard, and get me rich.
Yeah.
Now, the people overseas want to get rich too, but they just go about it different. It's a little bit smarter.
But they don't worship money like we do over
You know
here.
what I'm saying? So it's a little different. So the propaganda that they shoot, like I don't think that they, if you look at other news outlets that from overseas, they don't push all that Islamic propaganda over there like that. You know what I'm saying? Because most people in the East are Muslims. So they can't push that over there. Most people in India are Muslims. You know what I'm saying? Now in Japan, they just, I mean the age and all that there, they just whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Most people in Russia are Muslims. When you look at, go back years back, man, all that stuff that was going on in Bosnia and all that stuff, them were people trying to kill Muslims. That was ethnic cleansing. That's what was going on. You know what I'm saying? When you look in the quote-unquote Middle East and most of Africa, they Muslims. Most of Europe, that whole area, that's what they are.
That Turkey guy I was working for, who you talked to on the phone, he was a Muslim.
I know, I can already know.
Europe look like the Middle East now. Cause I was in the military, so I've been over there in Europe. Look like the Middle East now.
Really?
And they actually said there how they're gonna fight the Europeans is they just gonna outbreed them.
Yeah, most people
They all have
America is the
14.
only place that quote unquote everybody is a Christian. And we
Yeah.
have to defend that. So that's why they can manipulate you with that to have fear of these people the way they got you, because the whole world is Muslim. You know what I'm saying? The whole world is Muslim. The whole world ain't Christians like they try to put it out. Them people been to put that stuff down. You know what I'm saying? They like, we straight. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like that. Now I'm gonna tell you, for a black man to become a Muslim, you just traded one slave master for another. You know what I'm saying? You just ran from the white man, you just ran to your brother to tell you enslave me. I want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you've done. But we don't look at it in that fashion because of how they present it. You know what I'm saying? See, black folks gonna hold on to Christianity as long as they live in this country. They ain't gonna let that go. They don't care what you swing to them. You know what I'm saying? Jesus has done enough for me. You know what this blonde hair, blue-eyed man done for you and our Father? You know what I'm saying? The reason being is because you understand something. Most of your people that are overseas have not been subjected to white supremacy like you have. Therefore, Caesar Borgia don't have that type of sway over them like he got over here on you. You know what I'm saying? You might not necessarily be able to go to London or France and throw this white man up, and they go for that.
Oh no, because they know me. Their Jesus is black.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna go for that. You know what I'm talking about? You come over here, we could go across town right now. And I'm talking about serious projects and see this cracker hanging up on some black woman wall. You
Say it every day, go do a cake.
know what I'm saying?
7 of 10 at least.
All day long.
Daycare camp.
All day long.
My
That ain't what
grandma
you-
got a cracker in the
Go ahead.
building. I want to burn it.
See, the next thing they don't see when we read the part when he say see 7 mountains, see the Vatican, see It sit on 7 mountains.
But it's a lot of places in the world.
A lot of places.
Absolutely.
with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk
Now,
with
it
the wine
said-
of her fornication.
Wine of fornication, right? Just mention this here, man. Ain't nobody getting drunk off the Vatican. Cause this man don't necessarily, he only goes to places that are Catholic strongholds. You know what I'm saying? If it's not a Catholic stronghold, he ain't sliding through there. Or the Prince of Saudi Arabia slide through everybody. And they give him reverence wherever you go. You know what I'm talking about? Cause you know why everybody don't drink though? Cause everybody gonna drink the wine and after their fornication, cause he got the oil. He got the debt, he got what you want.
Everything run off that.
See, they look at all the Vatican, got all this stuff in their head, and they bake, and they vote. I don't care what books they got in there. Probably 95% of the books is garbage anyway. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just want to read something. Go ahead.
And he carried me away in the Ruach in the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads.
Full
and
of
10
names
horns.
of blasphemy. Now let's stop. Now some people sit back and tell you that Catholicism is full of blasphemy and overlook all the blasphemy that's contained in Islam. You say Genesis 25, say he lived to be 175, had him at 100. But what is that? Let's see where he's talking about. What's the things of blasphemy that's contained in Islam?
Leviticus 26, setting up the idol in his land and bowing down to it.
That you gonna have 70 virgins, 70 wives. And you go to Gemini.
They say the Mashiach was taken down off the stakes. He ain't really died.
That's one of the things they blaspheme right there. Yeah, they say he didn't die on the stake. They say he just took it.
A veil of blindness on the people, so.
Made them think he died.
So they made him think he died. You know what I'm saying? The other thing in blasphemy is to give the honor to another.
And they worship Mary.
Yes, they do worship Mary.
And they say that the Messiah came out speaking like a grown man.
And he was a Muslim.
From the beginning, a Muslim, he submitted to the will of Allah.
How you worship Mary, but you don't worship Yahushua?
Yeah, how do you-
Well, there it's
They
crazy.
consider
Yeah.
him a prophet. They don't consider him.
Now, how did a Muslim?
I mean, but
And
then
they
that's
have-
why. So why would you worship Mary?
Worship
She
Mary.
birthed the prophet.
Like,
I never heard Muslims associated with
Because
it.
like
Well,
you said, it's-
they have a whole chapter.
You gotta understand that because it's gonna be looking at who they worship.
Oh, with those two, those three
Can I ask a
deities.
question? Is Muslim the spirit of the Antichrist?
What was our question?
Oh, yeah, because he that denies the son.
See, they say he's just a prophet.
Yeah.
That's all they look at him as.
So that's the 9 son right there.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand something. What does it say the beast gonna do?
Proclaim himself as Allah.
Yeah, he gonna be so he gonna be wounded.
I remember I was about to,
He said
one of my
trust.
cousins, he's a Muslim, and I was about to work with him with some young people. And I remember distinctly, the Ruach spoke in my spirit, that's the spirit of the Antichrist. It's like you can't come in agreement with that. And I couldn't do it. I had made agreement and everything, and I had started process movies when you were like a teenager in our family. And I had to black guy, I had to tell them no. Because when you talking to people, when you're dealing with people, it sound like they along the line who you are.
Yeah.
But he say anybody that is not Jesus, that's the Son of God, that's the spirit of the Antichrist. And he spoke in my spirit and told me I can't connect with that. I can't make a covenant and put an agreement with that and work with him. Because
You know what another thing that was blasphemy is with Islam? Because they say his prophet is Muhammad, and that everybody got to give esteem to Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? And that Muhammad is actually put above the sun. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad is put above Yahushua, he's above him. See, they call him Issa in Islam,
Yeah, it's
but he's put above him. You say, we'll put a thing in. He said Abraham was a $140 when the things were born. 140 years old.
when who
When the twins were born, so he said they were 35 when he died.
Jacob and Esau. How he did that?
Right, it's right in there.
Oh, somebody he got
With
his
his
grip.
age, yeah, with his age. Say Jacob was, Isaac was 40 when she had him. I think it said he treated at 40, say he died at 175.
So he did get to see.
Now, forth as a statement of him telling them something, you can't verify that.
But he did get to see him.
Because I forget what the dude said that he said he talked to him about it. Because what we're going to look at in Daniel 11 is that, what we're going to see is that Esau rejected the God of his fathers. He rejected the God of Isaac and Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's all he knew, because that's what he was taught in his household. We remember the instruction that Isaac gave Esau before he left his house. What did he told him? He said, don't marry them
Canaanite women.
He said, don't mess with them.
Took the daughters of Ishmael.
And then the gods of the Canaanite women and the gods of Ishmael is the same gods of Islam. You know what I'm saying? Same God. He worships the same thing. Because you go back, it's going to be Baal. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who they actually serve. You know, ain't nothing new under the sun. They all doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They're doing nothing different. Remember now it says that the beast is going to speak great words of blasphemy against the tabernacle. So how much do y'all know about Islam and the stuff that they teach? Because they go hard now.
They have their own separate book, the same way the Jews have the Talmud. It's a lot of stuff.
See, with Islam though, a lot of them don't go outside the Quran. It depends on who you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because like Moors is Muslims, okay, they got the book from, you know, Noble Drew Ali. And then you got Sufi Islam, which is mystical Islam. Every branch of so-called religions have a mystical aspect of it. You know, for Jewish people, it's the Kabbalah. I forget what it is for Christians. And then for Islam, it's called Sufi Islam. You know what I'm saying? Basically some old witchcraft, yeah. Really.
So Allah, the one that they God is named Allah, but they try to make it seem like we worshiping the same God, but we not. Right or wrong?
They do that.
They do that.
I got a cousin, him talking about when he taught, it's like he been studying it for so long. You know what I mean? It's like you would. It sounds like it could be true if you didn't know the word. If you didn't,
Yeah, if you
grew
don't.
out in you, you'll be fooled.
I've read the Quran, it mirrors. I told you,
It's
one,
slight differences, but
one thing it does says in the Quran, it said the prophethood and revelation was given under Isaac and Jacob, which cancels out Ishmael, which cancels out Esau and anybody else you want to bring. It cancels them out. You know what I'm saying? It cancels them out. I've talked to Arabs about this, Muslims about this, and they got mad and wanted to fight, but I'm like, your own book say he ain't no prophet. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad with me. The Quran says you're supposed to follow what's written in this book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they trying to get their claim and their tie to Abraham. But they do have a tie to Abraham. Because Esau is Abraham's granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? So they have a tie to that. So they try to work that tie. If you sit back and you look at it, Christians do not try to work that tie. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to work that tie because they know they're not affiliated with that. You know what I'm saying? They feel like we Gentiles and everybody's Gentiles except for them hook-nosed white folks. That's how they feel. Now I'm serious now.
that's
If
if
you
they
look,
part of the Mormon church.
yeah, see they believe, the Mormon church believe they are a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But most Christians, they don't try to link themselves to Abraham. Even them Jewish people don't go hard in linking
They
themselves
say
to
we
Abraham.
adopted. The Christians believe that we're the adopted, we're the heirs and the joint heirs. We're not the.
Yeah, that's how my grandma feel.
That's what they
That's
say.
how I used to
Might as
feel.
well, yeah, that's how my grandma.
I mean, but that's what they're taught. Why
I mean,
don't,
like 6 months ago. That's how I
That's
felt.
what they talk.
that's what they taught.
Yeah, that's
Christians
that's
do not
main
hold the
thing.
doctrine of holding to Abraham.
And it make you look at everything from the perspective, like if you with a family and you adopted in that family, and then they got other biological children, it's like you feel separate, you feel different, you don't feel like you're part, so you so appreciative to be able to, that's why we don't be able to reach out and receive all of the blessings that come with it as a child. We coming in as adopted, like we're adopted, yeah.
The Muslims, they go, why do you think they got the Dome of the Rock? Dome of the Rock is the second most set apart place in Islam behind Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know who was really the brains behind the Crusades? It was the Muslims, it was the Arabs. They wanted Jerusalem way more than white folks did. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Crusades lasted for so long. Because all it is Esau trying to take the birthright that he rejected from the beginning, trying to take it back. You know what I'm saying? We look at Hebrew chapter 12 and say, don't be a fornicator and a profane person as Esau was, who sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's look at the whore of Babylon in 17. It says she was a fornicator. So how did Esau fornicate? Because the story don't say nothing about him fornicating with nobody.
He took
Worship
on
he
the
went
other
after
gods.
God.
He went after other gods. Don't you realize when he rejected that birthright, that was blasphemy in and of itself? You know what I'm saying? The Arabs would rather have, it's another thing they do too. You know what the Arabs like to do when they walk around the cobblestone, you know what they like to scream out?
I like,
Yeah, that mean, you know what that means?
What it mean?
God is great. You know you can read that in this book with some people doing that to the same God they serving just with a different name. Because they serving the same God. You know, it's nothing new under the sun. They ain't got no new God that newly came up. Go ahead, though.
Verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness
See,
of
that's why they say that's the
fornication.
Catholic Church. They look at them, right? They wear purple and gold and scarlet. They wear scarlet. Go ahead, man.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of the harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
Y'all know what a martyr is?
Someone that died.
For a cause. Now look what it said that this woman's gonna be drunk with the blood of. Man, the Vatican ain't been going around here killing not damn, because he say with the blood of the Kadesh. So this is a specific group of people that they're going to seek to kill. Now let's look at Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51, probably about we'll end up coming back to it, probably about verse 44. We'll look at, I'm gonna start at verse 44. We'll probably end up coming back to a lot of this stuff in Jeremiah. He said, I will punish Baal in Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he has swallowed up. And the nation shall not flow together any more into him. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. My people, go ye out the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of Yahuwah. Lest your heart faint, and you fear for a rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, and ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon. Her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then shall Mahim and their rats and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, saith Yahuwah. Babylon hath caused the slain of Yasharal to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. You know what I'm talking about? Now they say that Babylon is going to cause all the slain of Yasharal to fall. Who did they say this woman was drunk with the blood of? You know what I'm saying? That's his people. That's his people that he said this woman is going to slaughter. He's saying everything in Shama, even the rats, going to sing about her. You should know where that come from. Y'all know where that come from?
What company?
The statement where it come from, it's in the New Testament.
It's my own. When they cut off the head.
Get Revelation 18 and 20.
Is a ball and Baal the same thing? That's two different.
Pretty much.
Revelations what?
18 and 20. We just had to go there to show you that it's saying if Babylon is the one that's drunk with all this blood, you got to go to the scripture to show that Babylon was who she was killing. And it said she was killing Yasharal. It say you got to sit back and remember that there. We done went over this in Revelation 12. It say he gonna persecute Yah's people. You know what I'm saying? That ain't excluding no Gentiles, but it's gonna be so-called black folks at the front line taking all that chopping down. And then we're going to go back and look at it and say Esau did all this stuff for old hatred. Like I say, we look at stuff from a Western perspective, don't realize if Arabs hate you just as much, if not more. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Rejoice over her, thou Shamayim, and ye Kodesh apostles and prophets, for Elohim have avenged you on her. And a mighty Malachim took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with the violence shall the great city of Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of the harps and musicians and the pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. And no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of the millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Go ahead. See, Will asked me the other day, he was like, has he already executed his vengeance on Edom? You know what I'm saying? He done taxed Edom a few times, but they got one more coming. You know what I'm saying? Remember how we looked at a couple weeks ago in Malachi, where he said, these are the people of my indignation forever? Why else would he have such indignation against this one group of people?
I thought when he said, when the master returned, he said he gonna step over even more.
Oh yeah, we're gonna look at all that
His
there.
garment's gonna be covered in the
Yeah,
blood.
we're gonna look at all that there, because he's gonna slide through them. Why else wouldn't he slide through there if these people are drunk with the blood of his Kadeshim? You've been slaughtering them and slaying them, so I gotta come see you. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, these people gonna be running the whole, that's the only, outside of the Ottoman Turk Empire, that's the only religious system that ain't ran the whole earth yet.
What, Islam?
Outside of the Ottoman Turk Empire, the Ottomans had a little run, but it wasn't as widespread. Like, especially Islam in its current form. You look at it, you know, you had the Egyptians, they had their turn, Babylon had their turn, Greece had their turn, Rome had their turn.
Persians and these.
You know what I'm talking about? But boy, Esau ain't had his turn. You know what I'm saying? He had, now the Ottoman Turk Empire was hardcore.
Okay, looking at when they say the time to the Gentiles be fulfilled, you know, Esau not a Gentile, so was he saying that the Gentiles gonna have rule until he return?
I mean, the time is the time for them to get their word.
Because it would say,
Like, you know, Jerusalem gonna be trodden down on the Gentiles for the time. The Gentile time to get the word is right now. Once that time is up, it's over with.
when you say time to the Gentile, I'm thinking, I'm
Like they time of rulership.
That makes sense, but you're talking about the time to actually get the word and hear the word.
Because they didn't get no way, ain't had no access to the
That
word.
makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Gentiles trod it down right now, because there ain't no Arabs over there. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time that's been over there, it's been Gentiles been trotting that place down. Them Arabs just slid through for a little while and slide out, and now they just split out. You know?
Gentiles are the other nations. The other nations is not
You know what I'm saying? But when you sit back and look at it, when you see Paul preaching, he preaching to Gentiles, he teaching them, this they time to get the word. Because once they time is sealed up to get the word, it's over with. Because he tell you that, I'm going to turn back to my people. I gave y'all a little bit of time to get yours. So you better get it while it gets good. And once it ain't no good, start. And that goes down to the time of what we told y'all about when the famine come in the land. When this man stand up to do what he gonna do and say you gotta serve and worship me, ain't nobody gonna get no word in. It's over with. You know what I'm talking about? Because you know who gonna be trodden down Jerusalem at that time? This bastard. And he gonna have skin look just like him. You know, some of them very black as you.
Oh, straight up. Look just like us. I
There
saw
was
it.
a nigga in the corner store that looked like me, boy. In Cali.
It was like a prince or somebody.
I have one more big, boy. His eyebrows.
Go ahead.
no, he got cleared out.
Verse 23. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Okay, go ahead. Go back to 17.
Dang, you see this?
Go back to Revelation 17.
So Esau?
Yeah, Revelation. I think it's Ishmael.
He was saying that.
In verse 7.
Camelback.
And the Malachim said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and shall go into perdition, and they shall dwell on the earth. On the earth shall wander, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation.
Now, who was he talking about? They gonna wander. Say, Aaron, listen to him. Hold on.
It's a mark.
Listen to what he say again so you can sit back and understand this here. This man say clear as day that the Malachim say what it is. He say, the beast that thou saw and is not shall ascend out of bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth will wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life of the Lamb, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. What you think he say, behold the beast that was and is not, but yet he is?
Maybe that wound he took.
He gonna
That's because what he say about the master, he say, let me get Revelation chapter 1.
He gonna try to pull a fake resurrection. It's the fake resurrection.
Revelation 1 and 8, right? Look what the master say about himself. He said, I'm the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the ending, saith the master, which is, which was, and which is to come. The Almighty.
Which was and was the same thing.
So same thing. So he gonna try to say, I'm the one, but I'm not, but yet I did what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gonna come to do. Who else gonna be able to? Now, this is just my opinion. I think more than likely, as we get closer to the end, more people gonna come to the realization and factual representation that the man is black. And they're just gonna have to accept that and swallow that. I think that's probably more accepted in the Eastern Hemisphere than it is in the West. I think it's
That who's black?
that the master's black,
Oh,
that the Messiah is black.
Yeah.
I think white people have a little bit of harder time swallowing that than everybody else.
They really do.
They don't want to swallow that. You know what I'm talking about? At all.
All the white
especially over here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I thought there was one white kid, he was like, I read him the scripture, his feet like bronze, and I was like, yeah, his feet were black, but the rest of his body was white.
No, remember we were working at that bank, cleaning that bank, that white dude came and told Troy, like, yeah, these people are gonna be shocked now, you know?
Bro, white dude walked in, look,
Country
he
white
went
dude.
dead in our face. Country white, he was like, hey, yeah, they're gonna be really shocked when they figure out that Zion is black. I found out a long time ago, these people are tripping. Like, the way he said it, it's like, me and Dwayne, look, they tell me you know what to do, but just laugh.
The reason why he said it, because I told him, yeah, we can't slide through here, I gotta preach where he said, I'm a preacher. Jesus is black.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
Yeah.
No, he volunteered that, and was dead serious, he wasn't smiling, he wasn't saying it as a means to try to chum me up. He like, yeah, these people gonna be upset, this man's black. It is what it
You know,
is.
and he said they just walk around treating people wrong all day and not even knowing that the person they believe is the same color as them. Boy, me and Dwayne, we don't know what to say, bro.
I'm not saying, I mean, he let it be.
You all right?
Yeah, you
No, he
are
just
right.
letting it be known. Like if you seen it, you would think that that's a dude that had Confederate flags in his house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what type of time he on. But he was dead. Cuz was not smiling. He wasn't grinning. He wasn't saying this for no cool point. He like, yeah, man, straight up. They gonna be upset. And he gonna kill them all. You know what I'm saying? That was his exact point. He gonna kill them all. Like he said that clear. Oh, he gonna kill them. Yeah, he gonna kill all of them. They gonna be upset. They gonna like they gonna be mad. I said, I know he's black. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all a long time ago, some of y'all wasn't around though. Ain't no way in the world, a nigga gotta be dumb if you think black people gonna follow a white man. Straight up. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they put them in, because everything is always made from a Caucasian perspective. Black people as a whole are not following no white man. It's not happening.
Not no real black dude.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of these people like this here, but man, most black people gonna go along with the flow. If most niggas buck, most of them niggas gonna buck right along. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas go along with it, they gonna go right along with it. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as enough buck, everybody switching.
They gonna be like, shit. Of course you always gonna have some that's gonna be like, shoot, he's all right, he's for us. But most black people just gonna go with the flow and the rest of them don't even care.
They say more black people vote for Trump than you ever believe.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't doubt it at all. It don't make no difference. Shoot, you can vote for Captain Caveman or you can vote for Solomon Grundy. It's all on you. You know what I'm talking about? It don't really matter who you vote for because they irrelevant.
Everything's still going the same
It's
direction.
gonna go the same direction. It's going in the direction Yahuwah wanted to go in. So his will can be fulfilled. That's why he said this man is, but is not, yet is. Because he's gonna take a deadly wound and be healed. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna come like he the one.
Ambush in the night.
Go ahead, man. Finish that there. So you got to be prepared for that. That's why he said in Isaiah 47:1, you sit in the dust, you ain't got no throne. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah 47:1.
No, I'm talking about he finished in Revelation 7.
17 verse 9.
Oh, we going back to Isaiah 47.
Okay.
Revelation 17 verse 9.
Now you got to sit back and look at that. Why would it say the virgin, the daughter of Babylon, ain't got no throne? Because that's a false throne. He gonna set up a throne and say he God, but he ain't God. You ain't got no throne. He didn't give you that throne. He gonna try to sit on the throne of Elohim, sit on the throne of David and make it his. Go ahead.
And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
Mm-hmm.
And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition.
So he said when the beast come, he gonna take over from the people that come out before him. He gonna take over for them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even showed, these people ain't showed it. He letting you know who these 7 mountains is. They 7 rulers. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And guess what? 5 of them rulers done already showed up. We mentioned some of these kingdoms. They done already showed up. You gotta remember, Babylon is just a amalgamation of everything. Remember what Babylon mean, right? Outright confusion. You know what I'm saying? And I say like, We like to scream that they don't do homosexual stuff overseas like they just as big as faggots as people is over here. They just as big as junkies and druggies and whores and adulterers as we is over here. They just don't flaunt it. You know what I'm saying? I had a lady say, you know, black Asian men and Arab men, they don't do their women like black men do their women and all that. I said, yeah, they do. They just don't put it out in the open. I said, obviously, you must don't know about all the tricking that go on in Japan. My uncle would say he went into a brothel, they had them women on there with them straps like this. He said he didn't want to leave. He said he was over there with the Marines in Japan, tricking his brains out. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's bad over there.
They pimping them women out greatly over there.
And in Europe now, they used to, like in Germany, they have brothels, but now they got brothels with animals in it.
Oh,
I've heard
Yeah,
that.
it's, they way worse than us.
You can
Y'all
have
know.
Way worse.
Yeah, it's
Way
bad.
worse.
They fried.
Wait, but they just different. They gonna put it out. See, America gonna put it out there. We like, boy,
Yeah, we're gonna get there slowly.
do this here, do that there. Wow, man, they have television shows and commercials that are basically soft porn over there.
Yeah, that back in the 90s in Italy, they had commercial topless women. That's back in the 90s, so I don't know what they got on over
They go
there.
off of violence over there. They say we're more violent than they is over there.
Man, they violent over there too. They just don't put that stuff out in the open.
Yeah.
They just don't
care
put it out
about
in the
the
Oh,
open.
well, us in the open, we just don't hear about it. We think we the.
I was gonna ask you, what's the significance of the 666? I know it's the mark of
Sense
man.
of a man, just a way for you to identify who this man is.
6 electrons.
I was gonna-
protons.
Yeah, I was just saying
Yeah,
like,
you done heard that.
like I guess like it's gonna be like his first, middle, and last name or something like that.
No, I mean, you was looking at something earlier talking about the seal of Babylon, but it's just for you to be able to identify yourself. He gonna use that to show you that you should know.
I heard it got to do with like the stars and the moon and all that, like that astrology and all that stuff.
I just say
Like the
clearly the
God
numbers
that
of a man. They want to say.
Yeah, it's the numbers of a man. That's
And
what.
so it's gonna be his significance that number gonna represent him. You know, we say it's a barcode, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't that.
Well,
And some people say the 6 seals, like
Like Corey said, the most you gonna hear, they gonna hit it like that. The number of
Electron.
men, 6
No,
protons.
just look at something
That's how
that's
they-
something like on the seal of Babylon, man, and it has it down there, man. It's just a representation of a man, representation of Satan, and everything.
5% be saying on that 6 protons, 6 electrons.
I don't know, I ain't never heard of niggas say that.
Yeah.
No, them niggas be on small.
Mostly the Moors. I've heard more Moors
More
say
said,
that.
yeah.
Some
And
people
because
say
it's-
it's the 6 seals, like the 6 seals in Revelation.
No, because that ain't representative of no man. Seals come from Elohim, they ain't got nothing to do with no
They
man.
say he gonna have a chip, and a mark, not a chip, he gonna have a mark, and then he gonna have a number. They don't got nothing to do with the
No, yeah, I understand what
Go
I
ahead.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is master of masters, kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen.
Now let's come back to Isaiah 47. We still gotta try to hit Ezekiel 25, Isaiah 57, and Isaiah 21. What's wrong with that? We in verse 2, right? He said, take the millstones and grind meal, and cover thy locks, and make bare the leg, and cover the thigh, and pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Now, what do you think he mean when he say, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet you as a man? We'll just keep on going though, right? He said, as for our Redeemer, Yahuwah of hosts is his name, the Kadesh one of Yasharal, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdom. So again, what do you think he mean when he say, I will not meet you as a man?
Because that transfiguration.
Get Daniel chapter 8, probably about verse 24. Make it 22. And after Daniel 8 and 22, we'll look at 2 Thessalonians 2 and about 9. I'll get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. Remember that you just read in Revelation 17 that he said the Lamb gonna come and they gonna try to make war with the Lamb and he gonna smash him. Because he not coming to them as no man.
What, he coming in
That's-
like a spirit?
he Elohim when he come.
Right.
Yeah, he Elohim when he come. He ain't meeting them as no man.
You don't feel no heat.
You know what I'm saying? He, like I said, he done resurrected from the dead. What do we read in Romans chapter 1? It says that he, according to the flesh, he the seed of David, but he was declared to be the son of Elohim with power and by the Ruach HaKodesh. That means he's not meeting him as a man, he's meeting him as Elohim. The same token that we can look at Numbers and it says a star gonna rise up out of Jacob and smash Edom. He's not meeting him as no man. You see, you can kill a man, they can't kill him. Go ahead.
Now that being broken, whereas four stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderful and shall prosper and practice and shall destroy the mighty of the Kodesh people.
Again, that's going again about how he say, and he tell you that, that this man gonna go to war and kill the Kadeshim or the children of Yasharal. It's not a war that's necessarily going against all the people of the earth, because all the people of the earth are not gonna stand up for this book. They're not gonna stand up for this word. All of them ain't gonna do it. Them white folks is not standing up for this. You know what I'm saying? Not in mass numbers, they're not standing up for this. You lying to yourself if you think there is. You know what I'm saying? What is a Chinese, open that door. What you think a Chinese or a Japanese man gonna stand up for this book?
No.
And it's not no disrespect to them, it don't belong to them. You know what I'm saying? It's not theirs. So they don't have that incentive to be like, you're not gonna disrespect my Elohim in this fashion. I'm not gonna let you walk around here telling me lies. You know what I'm saying? So we have a more impetus of, you're not gonna disrespect the Elohim of my fathers. I'm not gonna allow you to do this. Go ahead.
And through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hands.
So they say he's gonna stand up against the master, and the master's gonna break him. Now let's look at 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. We'll make it 6. I'm telling you, right? Islam is 3 religions that lay claim to Abraham: Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. You know what I'm saying? But Christianity is not as bold with it, and Judaism, they just don't. Like I said, Christianity barely speaks on it, and they really more in line with those that run Judaism claim that. But the Arabs are staunch and they're linking to Abraham. Now, why would you think they would be so staunch to link onto that? Because of the blessing that was given to Abraham that they rejected. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no other people. Them white folks didn't get it. There's only one group of people on the earth that rejected that birthright in Genesis 25, and that's Edom. You don't see them white folks talking about that, trying to fight to take that land over. They say, give it to the Jews. Somebody open it. You know what I'm saying? They say, we're Christians for Jews. That's what they like to say. Christians for Jews. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you know we Christians for Jews, because see, Jewish people, they serve Satan.
Yes. That's why they wear black.
Oh yeah. I mean, they will tell you that if you talk to the right ones, they'll tell you our God is Satan. Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, I thought, because every Jewish person I talk to, they'll say Yeshua and all
They'll
that.
tell you a lot of things in public.
I mean,
Because what they saying, what they saying is, Christianity is saying
Yeah, I never met
Opposite, everything that's in there is like perfect.
like when they
I'm talking about
the
the one that they got the
Israelites,
same.
and I know we Israelites now, but at that time, it's like,
Okay,
that's those that bless Israel and curse those that curse Israel. So like the pastor like John Hagin, they feel like that
Yeah,
is
them
our
dudes,
responsibility.
they won't even have nothing to do with
Be
you, really.
with Israel.
Yes, you really
You
do.
know,
Real Jewish people, bro, they worship the devil. And they will tell you,
They got big money.
most of them in Europe, most of them in New York, most of them in LA, they worship Satan. They don't even hide it.
They here in Ponte Vedra. They got so much money.
Yeah, they out there in America. They open up.
Oh, yeah.
They worship Satan, bro. If you actually study what they do, it's clear as day they worship Satan. They're open with that. They don't really hide that. You know what I'm saying?
But Christians so closed in, they don't even.
This ain't even, this go beyond just that John Hagin stuff dealing with Christians.
Yeah,
Just
but I'm
like
saying,
looking
we
at
don't
it.
study, it's like, it's not, you know how a lot of other religions study different other religions and find out about it. It's more of a fear when you're talking about Christians. They don't study about the Muslims. They don't study about the Jews. They don't.
Jews, you ain't even got, it ain't even about studying them. It's just like watching them. They open with it. They don't even hide it. You You know what I'm saying? Because they control most television and they control most movies.
Oh,
And if-
all that.
You know what I'm saying? And if you go around them and you hear them talk and watch how they operate, they let you know, like, yeah, we worship. What you mean?
Really?
They're definitely Hollywood.
Yeah, like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we like to suck little baby penis. You know what I'm saying? Ugh.
That alone should be like,
Yeah, they'll circumcise a little boy and they'll put his mouth on talking about we sucking the blood out.
Yeah.
They do certain
And they
That's what
have
they
a
do.
rash of giving the kids herpes.
Yeah, they give them herpes, they be giving kids herpes.
You know what I'm saying?
Suck a little boy penis.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's something totally, that ain't got nothing to do with Judaism. That just got something to do with them worshiping Molech. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's all they doing at Bohemian Grove is worshiping Molech. They walk around with all that black on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, man, most of the Jewish people, you hear them talk, you can hear their conversation.
You talking about them Orthodox Jews with the beards and all
Yeah,
that
hold
kind
up,
of
man,
stuff?
man, hold up, we worship. You know how many people in this country that are famous and wealthy that are Jewish and you don't know it?
Yeah, they said a lot of actors change their names
Change
so
their
you
name
don't
so you don't
know
know.
they're Jewish.
Joan Rivers, Jewish. Geraldo Rivera, Jewish. You know what I'm talking about? Marv Albert, the sports announcer, Jewish.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld is Jewish.
I knew Seinfeld.
Most white
Yeah,
comedians are Jews.
Let me see, you know, y'all know Ben Stiller, he Jewish.
The NBA owner, he Jewish too.
I mean, pretty much every NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball owner is Jewish.
Yeah.
Other than Shah Khan, right?
Nah, he's Arab.
Yes.
He's your brother, he
I don't
Pakistani.
want to get on that.
Shah Khan
We're
Pakistani.
gonna leave that alone. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, screw the football team. See, you said about what the team's doing, man. Them people want cash. You know what I'm saying? They could be 0-16. They know you still going. And they know they can go to the county and the state, and they will get them to pony up $400-500 million to pay for a stadium, and you gonna pay for it. You know what I'm talking about? That's why the Raiders probably finna move to Vegas because the mayor like, we not paying for this. I'm not using the people's money to pay for this. You know what I'm talking about? You look at the Heat owner, he's Jewish. You know what I'm talking about?
The
The dude.
NBA owner, the last two.
You know what I'm talking about? The owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's Jewish, but his name is Dan Gilbert, the man Jewish. Mark Cuban, he's Jewish.
But yeah, most of them change their names so you won't know.
So you won't even know. Man, there's so many actors where you run them down, man, especially the comedians, they Jewish, man. They control the newspapers, they control the television, they control the movie. Like nigga complaining, how did Medea make $30 million and Bourbon Nation made 8? Number one, because this is a chain movie. You know what I'm talking about?
It's like
This ain't-
Ernest, it's like Cousin Ernest.
You know what I'm saying? This is a series of movies. So of course you should have enough common sense to know there's more marketing money behind that. You know what I'm talking about? And white people going to see that. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's funny, it's Halloween.
But it's Negro.
It ain't even just about a nigga in a dress, it's a Halloween comedy. It's Halloween time. They're gonna go see that. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga killing white folks. They're not going to see that.
And they don't want nothing that's gonna be a come up for us either. They don't want.
He didn't, but it is, he made money. See, I'm gonna tell you who didn't make no money. Fox didn't make no money yet.
Cause they bought it from him.
They probably made money. He got his 17 million.
yeah, he's chilling.
You know what I'm
He
talking
ain't
about?
tripping.
Yeah, he's not to the maker of Birth of the Nation. He got his money. He sold the rights to that movie for 17. That's how dumb niggas is. They don't even know business. He made 17 million. When they were talking about the movie was a flop, they talking about Fox ain't made their money back yet. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying he made it before it even came
Yeah.
out? Okay.
It was an independent film. They showed it at the
Oh,
Sundance
I
Film
got you.
Festival. Them white folks say, you know, that's how most movies get done. We'll pay you for the rights, son, and you slide back, and then we put it out, and we trying to get our money back, and then we give you a percentage of whatever's made off this movie in the future, whether it be from DVD sales or merchandise sales. He already paid.
It's like upfront, it's like signing bonus,
Can
basically.
I ask a question about the Passion of the Christ with Mel Gibson?
He put his own money up.
I know, but I'm saying it's like they say he's a anti-Semite. That's like when you
They
speak
say he
against
atheist.
Yeah.
the Jew. When you speak
They
against
say you
the Jewish
anti-Semitic.
people, it's like they kicked him out.
Well, no, he put his own cash up. He put up 25
Coming
million.
after that was over
Wait, he
with.
didn't, what did he get? He made like $600 million.
So he didn't sell the rights. He just made
He
sure.
kept that because he put his own money up. Nobody gave him anything. He put up 25 million, put it in the
He didn't
theaters,
get drunk when he got drunk.
and made like 600-700. It's probably over $1 billion now.
But they was upset about the movie because they said that the movie thing is that.
And they messed him up too. He got messed up.
Yeah, he got kicked out of Hollywood.
That's all.
I mean,
And
he
they
still-
control that show.
But he didn't make no money. You know what he cared for? I just made $1 billion.
Ain't got enough.
Over 25 million.
Keep me out of the country, bro.
You can go to Orlando.
25 million. That man put put up 25 million. That's why I be telling you, put your own money up. That man put up 25 million, made $1 billion.
You made
Easy.
about 500% profit. if not
Easy.
more.
He put up 25 million of his own cash and made that movie.
So he looking at Dubai now, huh?
And then he made Apocalypse.
Mel Gibson.
What I'm getting
Yeah,
at is the part about where the Jewish.
We don't want to get off topic though, because we got about 4 folks. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't understand this.
I mean, they just put that stuff out. It's just nothing like that, right? They made $8 million the first. They talking about first week. They're gonna make their money back. They're gonna make their 17. They were looking to make the 17 in the first weekend.
Bad about it.
Yeah, that's what people be missing, yeah.
That's what they were looking to do, was to make their money. Niggas so dumb. We don't support black movies. Nigga, that man didn't care if you win or not. Nigga, I'm already paid. But his whole point is he's already paid. So all he's gonna get is royalties off of this after the fact. I'm already paid. Niggas going hard because the white man ain't got paid. That's how dumb niggas is. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't realize Fox owns the rights. He sold that to them.
Mr. Child need his money.
So niggas are, we don't support black. He don't care, nigga. This nigga name like, shoot, nigga, I got 20 mil, nigga. Off a movie that he probably only cost him maybe $1 million or $2 million to make. So I done made 15. What you don't hear him complaining nowhere. You don't hear him complaining nowhere. You ain't seen no interview where he say, the people didn't come out and support my movie. He already 17 million strong.
Yeah, I think he said it cost him $9 million to make.
So he done made 8 million. I doubled up. I doubled up. You don't hear him complaining? But niggas going, we don't support black film, stupid nigga. You supporting a Jew, you supporting Rupert Murdoch, done it. That's who owns Fox, a Jewish man. That's who you going hard for. That's because niggas don't know business. You don't know how business works. You put a movie out, same thing like with Paid in Full. Man, Dane went to Miramax. Miramax paid him some money to put the money in theaters. They paid him for that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a big, if you're not a part of one of them big movie houses where they give you a budget to make a movie, if you make a movie independently and you take it to them, they pay you for it. Then they put it in the theaters and then they trying to get their money back. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Simple business is simple economics, man. Our people don't understand that. Come on, what we got? 2 Thessalonians 2:6. He's saying, now ye know what withhold that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now let will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the master shall consume with the ruach of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Now we sit back and we look at the brightness of his coming, right? Let's look at 1 John chapter 1, verse 5. The brightness of his coming. Why is this important about the brightness of his coming? Which we're going to see this in Isaiah 21 in a moment. Matter of fact, I guess we can get that right behind this 1 John 1 and 5. I'll swing around to it. 21 and 11 is what you're going to get after this 1 John 1 and 5. Remember, say he's going to destroy him with the brightness of his coming. Go ahead. Y'all always remember that stuff, man. It's just cop and go, man. Just cop and go. You look at movies, cop and go. Like Waterworld was one of the biggest flops ever because they spent like $200 million to make the movie or something like that. No, let me tell you that about $100 million.
That was a good movie though.
It was a flop. It was a flop here in America, but in Europe, it was like the biggest thing ever.
Waterworld was horrible.
That's with the dude on the little, what's his, Kevin Costner?
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
I enjoyed it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it recently.
It's big in Europe, but it was.
First John 1 and 5, it was horrible.
This then is the message which we have heard of him and declared unto you that Elohim
It's
is
what?
light.
It's what?
Elohim is light.
He's what?
Elohim is light.
And what?
And in him is no darkness at all.
Now he say he's going to destroy this man with the brightness of his coming. The master said that what? I am the light of the world. Now guess what? He just said Elohim is light. That's why he said I will not meet you as a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to meet you as Elohim. I'm not going to meet you as no man. You know what I'm talking about?
And we know Elohim's fire because when it talks about you look at light, it is light.
Okay, Isaiah 21 and 11. Give y'all Isaiah 21 and 11. We're going to look at some little geographical locations here. That's chapter 11. Isaiah 21 and 11. Give me a second, y'all. Now it says, the burden of Duma, he called me out of Seir. He called to me out of Seir, my apologies. Watchman, what of the night? Watchman, what of the night? The watchman said, the morning come, and also the night. If you will inquire, inquire ye, return, come. Now let's look at Dumah. That place means silence. And y'all know where that place is? This place is a son of Ishmael. Most probably the founder of the Ishmaelite tribe of Arabia. A town in the mountainous district of Yehuda near Hebron. A mystical name of Edom indicating death and ruin. So when we look at Dumah, Dumah say the burden or the responsibility on Dumah. He say, he called me out of Seir. Now they say like this here, low, uplifting, soul, lift this up, buried, carried. Now what y'all think this could mean when he said he called to me out of Seir? Watchman, what of the night? Watchman, what of the night? What do you think he's trying to say to him? Now this is saying it means gloom or protective shadow. What do you think he's trying to tell him right here? If he say the bird of Dumah, and this is a place that's symbolic of Edom, which means destruction or ruin. You say, what of the night? Watchman, what of the night?
The master of the watchman coming back as a thief in the night.
What it is. Get that Mark chapter 13. Yeah, he come back like a thief, probably about verse. Tell me what verse. Then he said, the watchman said, the morning come, and also the night. If you will inquire, inquire ye, return, come. Now what you think this means? He say also the morning and the night coming.
Like, man,
When he was on the stage.
Because it was morning and night at the same time. He the light and then the dark.
Now when that word for return here is shu, and it means to turn back, or apostate, or to turn away from Elohim, or to repent.
when the master come back, it's gonna be light. The sun is gonna be darkness. Others, it's gonna be destroyed.
Indeed, let's look at Mark 13 and 30. Because that's what he's really trying to. Because see, this is what he will ask about. Has the vengeance on Edom been laid yet? See, we got to swing and look at Ezekiel 35 and some other places where it's referencing it. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't came and seen Edom yet. He ain't came and seen him yet. He done taxed them, but you got to remember something. And one of the kings that said, Edom revolted from under Yehuda and set up their own king, and they've been revolted till this day. You know what I'm talking about? And now you sit back and you see, what do you see in Edom now? They got their own, it's different. It's different groups of them, because you know they in Iraq, and they in Libya, and they in Turkey, and they in Syria, and they in Saudi Arabia, but the crown prince of Saudi Arabia run them all over. Because they all answer to him. You know what I'm saying? They all answer to him. Why? You know why they all answer to him? Because you know what Mecca is. You know what Mecca is? It's in Saudi Arabia. That's what Mecca is. The city of Mecca is in Saudi Arabia. Every Muslim on the planet got to come to Saudi Arabia. At least once in their lifetime. They all got to go. It's mandated in the Quran. They all got to go. If they are physically able to go, they must go. If they don't go, if I'm not mistaken, they say they ought to be killed. You know what I'm saying? They all got to go. And they all got to walk around this stone 7 times. You know what I'm talking about? And then they got to go kiss it. And the part that they kiss looks like a vagina.
Oh, wow. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it is, because it definitely looks like a woman's womb. When you look at the thing that's on the stone, some of y'all seen that video of Kevin Gates kicking that rock. Who putting his face in a vagina?
Yeah.
This nigga got a goofy on with a cross in his forehead. No, you confused.
Wrong with that.
Oh, nah, that's not a cross. That's not a cross. That's a sword. That's a sword.
That's what he tell us.
Nah, like they got.
Oh, Kevin Gates.
They gotta walk around.
Yeah,
They gotta say anything while they walk around. Oh, God.
Nah, that mean you a hitman.
Yeah, they walk. Yeah, I
So
mean,
he went over there?
yeah.
He's a Muslim.
He for
He came by telling you that.
Mind blown, period.
Like, guess who else? All the stuff Muslim.
Sometimes.
Beanie Siegel's a Muslim.
Oh,
Freeway, they been Muslim. Freeway's a Muslim.
freeway Rick Ross.
No, the rapper Freeway. But see, they cut it off the Freeway, but his rap name was Philadelphia Freeway. You know what I'm saying? They just cut the Philadelphia part off.
I think Rick Ross might be a movie too.
You might call
A
myself.
lot of people.
Hey, Ricky Ross from California.
You talking about real Rick Ross?
No, not the real,
Dope.
not the real Rick Ross. I'm talking about the fake Rick Ross.
I mean, most a lot of entertainers, a lot of black
Yeah,
folks, famous black folks, period, are Muslims.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them be the wickedest one.
Wesley Snipes, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, Wesley Snipes might be old Japanese. Come on, man.
Mark 13:30.
Tell me what that's.
Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Shamaim and the rat shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of the day and that hour no man, no not the Malachims which are in Shamaim, neither the Son, but the Father. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when that time
He
is.
told you need to watch and pray. Listen what he said after that.
For the Son of Man is a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to every man.
You know what he said? He gave authority to who?
His servant.
To do what?
Judge.
To do the what?
And to every man his work.
His
And-
work. That's what we
and-
were talking about last night. That means he gave his authority to his servants to go preach the word and labor in the word and teach the people. Not for a nigga to sit back and teach himself. Go ahead.
And command the porter to watch. Watch ye
Hold on, you
therefore-
take care of command the porter to do what?
And command the porter to watch.
And what he just said, watchman. Watch. Listen what he said? Watchman. What of the night? You know what I'm saying? Because you had watchmen that sat out there. If you sit back and you go look at Ezekiel 3, you had watchmen that sat in the tower in the daytime and in the night. You had somebody, remember you talk about the night watches. You know what I'm talking about? You had somebody watched. Somebody's supposed to be watching. And what is the watchman supposed to do? Give warning to the people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh
He
at
said,
evening.
he said the watchman said the morning come, also the night. If you will inquire, inquire. Ye return, come. Go ahead now.
Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at evening or at midnight, or at the cockering, or in the morning. Lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch.
Now what you think he take from that though? Because he say the morning come and the night. Now why y'all think he say the morning come and the night? It say the watchman said the morning come and also the night, if you will inquire, inquire. What do you think he mean when he say if you're going to inquire, go ahead and inquire? Now we say when we look at the word, it's ba, it means to seek out, or to boil up, or to inquire, or to be searched out. And what did we just step back and look at? Get Revelation 14 and 1. What's the verse we start out with every time? So if you're going to seek him out, you better seek him out. What did we say back? Right? And what did we say back and read a couple weeks ago? He said, "Seek Yahuwah while he may be found." And he said, when the time of great flood comes, the ungodly say the godly say certain things. He said, this is a time where he can't be found. See, right now, the watchman telling you, you better inquire.
Mornings come.
He said, you better inquire. He said, if you return, then come on. If you're going to repent, then come on. If you're going to stay, he that be Kadesh, let him be Kadesh still. He that be filthy, let him be filthy still. You know what I'm talking about? If you're going to inquire and you're going to repent, then come on. If you're going to stay the same, stay where you're at. Because the morning and the night coming, which is referring to when the master comes. Because we got to speed it up for time's sake. You look at Zechariah 14, right? He said at evening time it what? Shall be light. This man going to come back and he said he going to come like a thief in the night. Like who? Who came like Abraham, right? War started everybody, right? So then you sit back and you look at what? He going to make everything go black. Make the sun stop going to give a light. Stars going to fall from on high. The moon going to look like blood. It's going to be dark. And then guess what? I'm not going to meet you like a man because Elohim is light. When he step out there, he ain't going to be dark. You know what I'm saying? And how else he going to be the morning? Hold on. This is how he going to be the morning. Get Revelation 22 when he get where he got. 22 and 16. He tell Revelation 22 and 16. He say, I, Yahushua, have sent my Malachim to testify unto you these things in the synagogues. I am the root and offspring of Daoud and of the bright and morning star. So who he just told him he was? He just told him he was Lucifer. He just told. Not only did he tell him he was Lucifer, who else he told him he was?
Aaron.
He told him he was Aaron.
Aaron.
He told him he was the light bearer. You know what I'm saying? I don't mention that because I had a gentleman like this here, he talking about, that was his name changed When he fell, I said, sir, can you give me book, chapter, and verse where Lucifer's name would change to Satan? You see him still.
Wow.
But a lot of people believe that, though. A lot of people believe that Lucifer's name would change to Satan. There's no proof of that.
No, but I see you look out.
Yeah.
Like, go and ask the question.
I got something for that because
I'm trying to fly stuff. He's like, nobody seems to be
Lucifer is not the devil. Lucifer is not the devil. That's a Gentile persuasion teaching. That's not the devil.
So who's
The word Lucifer
Y'all,
means light bearer.
The word Lucifer is Latin. The Hebrew word for that is going to be Hael, and it means light bearer. You know what I'm saying?
So who was Lucifer?
The master.
Yahusha. Basically, what
I know.
It sounds crazy until you look at it. But we don't have time to look at that right now. We'll look at that when we're done.
Think about it like this. If he says, I am light and I have no darkness.
Just hold it. Just go hold it. Just get to that when we're done.
it's real.
It's because it don't really take as long as you would think. Like, honestly, I could give you about 50 or 60 precepts all day long. Real easy. We make it condensed because that's not what we talk about.
But you're saying one of them got mixed up.
Well, what it is white people came and told you that Lucifer was the devil.
Y'all made the devil.
Nowhere in the book does that support that.
Because
Because the master just told you he was the morning star. And he just called, and he calls Lucifer the son of the morning or the day star.
they said he was
In Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14.
He calls him, he say, oh, Lucifer, son of the morning or son of the day.
for me morning.
Now, how is Satan the son of the day if he's the prince of darkness?
See what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
That's basically what it is right there.
It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? But then the things that he say about
Who would be the
Lucifer,
morning
He
star?
say he shall.
You know
He
what I'm
asked the Most High.
If he the
you know what I'm
king of
talking about?
darkness,
You don't read anywhere in the book where Satan say, I'm gonna be like y'all. You don't even really see Satan saying anything other than telling lies.
to choose
You know what I'm talking about? That's all you ever see. You don't ever hear him say, I'm going to dwell amongst the stars, and I'm going to sit in the congregation of the north. You don't see him saying that. He's saying, that was the master. It was a prophecy about the master of what he was going to receive for obeying. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it was. It was a prophecy. It was the promise that the Father was making to the Son for obeying. You know what I'm saying? But most people look at it and say that's Satan. But the point is, you don't read anywhere. It tells you what Satan's name is. Serpent, dragon, the devil.
Yeah, in Revelation 12.
Tells you what his name is.
That's it.
Never once does it say his name was Lucifer. Matter of fact, the master said in Revelation chapter 2, I will give you the morning star. Peter said that when the day star rises in your heart, so now Satan's going to rise in my heart if I believe on the sun. That's crazy.
Need a verse, I got it.
No, we're going to deal with that. But y'all got to learn how to do this stuff. Because now you're going to have a strike. We'll do that when we're finished. Yeah, I just said we'll do that when we're done, because it'll take that long. Come on, what I got you at?
Revelation 14, verse 1.
Revelation 14 and 1. No, you just add that there, and then guess what? Then you just like to say, I'm going to ask him about that when he's finished. Cause I see it in his face. I was going to tell him when we were done anyway. I see it in his face.
I know. I watched a bunch of videos, you know.
That's on the old.
And I can see where your mind, you know, you see where somebody's spirit's at. Like you watch a GMS video, they way off. You know that. You know, you could hear certain things, you know, where people come from.
Revelation 14 and 1, y'all. Revelation 14 and 1.
And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000.
Drop the verse 4. Might be verse 6.
He said, these are they which were not defiled with the woman, for they are virgins.
Well, then it's 9. We got it. Yo, tell me what 6 is.
That was 6, right?
Now 6 is that I saw another Malachim fly in the midst of
Yeah,
Shalom.
I'm finna say, I know that. Come on, we can hit Isaiah 14, because Isaiah 14 does mention things about Babylon. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't intend to explain that way anyway. Because Babylon and Edom, mystery Babylon and Edom are one and the same. You know what I'm saying? They're one and the same. You got to remember now, he say your brother wants to have dominion. Your brother has not had dominion. You know what I'm saying? Over the whole earth, he hasn't had dominion. He saw he had dominion over the whole earth. That's why they try to say it's the white man, because they look like he got dominion over the whole earth. And coming from their perspective, you can see why they can see.
They really give a standard of Rothschilds and Rockefellers.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Sometimes it ain't always necessary just to go off. Sometimes just sit back and look at somebody's perspective. A lot of things is just about perspective and people's point of view. Then when you can understand their perspective and point of view, then you can be able to give them the information to possibly change their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Versus just sitting back. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, like I said, when I was talking to the dude, he was like, oh, I can teach myself. I said, well, give me book, chapter, and verse for that, please. You know what I'm saying? Then I gave him my perspective. Boom. But see, I could tell from his responses, he was not trying to see my perspective. Because I know your perspective, and I know you're an idiot. But yet, I'm going to respect you as you put your perspective out. You know what I'm saying? Then see what I can come with to be able to show you that your perspective is idiotic. You know what I'm saying? But you can continue on doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got to realize with most people is everything's always about people's point of view and their perspective. You know what I'm saying? You can't get frustrated because somebody don't see stuff from your point of view and your perspective. All you can do is give them the information and go about your business. Go ahead.
And I saw another Malachim flying the midst of Shamayim, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Elohim, and give esteem to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made Shamayim and the
He's telling you to
rest.
repent right now, ain't it? Because the morning and the night is coming. You might want to inquire. See, he called to me out of Seir. Why is he calling to him out of Seir saying, watch me? If you will inquire, return, come. Why is he calling to him out of Seir? Come on, Ezekiel 35. Look on here, man. Come on, Ezekiel 35. Let me see what I mean, you just got to be ready for it, because it's going Ezekiel 35 and 1. You got to be ready for Abraham's going to act a monkey fool. You know what I'm talking about? They already be acting a monkey fool. Now, what you think they going to do when they get dominion? You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, man, everybody look at the white man. The white man doesn't really have, the white man has dominion over two places. America and Europe. The rest of the world, they don't have dominion. They are the minority. So they try to keep the little bit of a power that they have through smoke and mirrors. But I told you though, they go kiss an Arab man booty. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna catch what?
They go kiss the Arab man's butt. They go holler at them Saudis and kiss their butt. But you know the George Bush family, boy, they like this here with them people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You even seen Obama make IBSs to this man like, shh. Y'all done seen them people like yeah, that's his right hand, that's his man. You know what I'm saying? That's who we rock with, that's who we roll with. That's who, you know what I'm saying? You notice that, like, you know when the Pope coming. When the king of Saudi Arabia slide through here, this man slide through here, people don't even know he done slid.
Came and gone. Yeah, I know people who worked at the Air Force Base in DC, and they said some of them planes come through there and like everything shut down. It's more security than when the president's coming through.
Because he got more power than the president. The president ain't nobody.
Yeah.
The president keep the interest of those people going.
Yeah. He said there's some powerful people coming through there.
You gotta understand, that's why, like I said, that came from a song when I put that up there, really. It's actually been bleeding. He was talking about selling dope, though. You know what I'm talking about? No, I'm for real, though. What do you say? Dead serious, though.
We don't want to get off the topic.
Now, they know I'm talking about what he was stating in the rhyme. When he was like, you come through a city and you ain't round it, he was making that statement. He said, you know, you new in town. He said, no red and blue in town is gangs. And don't get fresh, let them know you small change. Because the strong move quiet, the weak start riots. Say, we know you got a brick, but sell them 22 times. You know what I'm talking about? And that's how, but that's, you gotta understand that. The strong move quiet. The people who actually have power, you don't see them.
Or hear them.
You know what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing about them. And the people who are in a weak state, they tear stuff up. That's how you know our people weak, and we get upset, we tear something up. You know what I'm talking about? Because you ain't got no power. There's another song I used to listen to back in the day, that man was sitting back talking about, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, the strong rule the weak, and the wise rule the strong. I told y'all that before. The strong people can control the weak. But wise people can control the strong, because the strong only move off brute strength. They don't have intellect. You know what I'm saying? They just muscle. Because if you sit back and look at, I can't remember the man's name. It's in one of the books I got. I can't remember his name. But this man was a prime minister, I want to say, of Israel. Might have been on maybe in the 40s or something. This man was the most frail individual that you would ever want to see. And he controlled and manipulated and ruled over people that had way more strength than him because of his intellect and his wisdom. You know what I'm saying? See, you see people say, that's why I would tell you, like, people like to lift weights and they think this, that's going, but somebody with wisdom can control him. You don't have a brain. All you have is brute strength. You're a mercenary. You're a pawn. We put you out on the front line. We push chess pieces, you who we push. Send you out here to get killed. I'm sitting back in the cut chilling.
So that's why you said the president just moved interest for easy.
Yeah, I mean, the president of the United States, so there's 3 city-states in the world. Vatican City, London, and America. You know what I'm saying? And Washington, D.C. And then you know D.C. is named after the District of Columbia, which is the same God that you see holding up that flame in New York City in the harbor. And the same thing you see when you watch a Columbia Pictures movie. And you know who that actually is? That's Diana of Ephesians. And you know who that actually is? That's Astaroth. And you know who that actually is? That's Allah's wife. That's the star. You know what I'm saying? That's the star. Nigga don't even know it though. That's who you worship. That's the star.
They don't even make a lot of Columbia Pictures movies anymore.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You know, they might have been unmerged. I've just seen somebody, Tom Warner was finna buy somebody. You know what I'm talking about?
I think Charles Ball.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody buying something. I ain't know like this. These people are indiscriminately wealthy. You know what I'm talking about? Indiscriminate. But their wealth does not compare. You go over there, like everybody say they want to go to Dubai. Don't realize the king of Dubai got way more money than these white folks could think of. You know you gotta have way more money when you got a country that you pretty much made. Niggas weren't talking about Dubai 30 years ago.
Definitely.
Nobody wasn't talking about I want to go to Dubai in the 70s.
They rich off that oil, man.
Off that oil.
Yeah.
Which is our land.
Nigga went and made a country, man. And bought and built skyscrapers that don't even compare to nothing in America. Nigga ain't no white folk you wouldn't see nowhere built no country with his own. Ain't enslaved nobody. That nigga said, I just got the bread, nigga. Hell that.
Yeah.
Everybody paid.
Hell that.
And some of the areas of the town, there's nobody in it. It's just complete. They just built brand new parts of the city.
And now niggas want to go to Dubai to hang out in the desert.
No way. I want to go to
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy though. You ain't seen no white man go get no country and build it up off his own bread. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at stuff like that.
My person I know that went over there, they said they got ATM machine like for gold. Like you put your money in there, they give you back.
Because you gotta realize them Arabs got that. Come on, man. When they came and got Saddam Hussein, this man had gold bars for days.
They had like 17 tons of gold.
Of gold. That's why the white folk, we gotta get this nigga. But you guess what though? They couldn't have went over there. Y'all gotta understand something, right? When they fought the first Gulf War, you know the United States had to get permission first. So y'all don't even know that because you're too young. Man, they went and hollered at the Saudis and say, can we come over here and do this?
Question, why the Saudis let them niggas do that? That's just
Because they getting paid all
Because
that.
they don't care nothing about this nigga. They been knew they were down with Saddam Hussein. They like to say, we done with him. Can we come through?
Yeah, it's money.
It's money in war, man.
That's why Bin Laden got so mad.
It's money in
because
war. War is a
Bin Laden was gonna
big, you
do
know
it.
the two people benefit off war? The banks and the Saudis. Because you need the natural resources that the Saudis possess to go fight. The banks is loaning you the money for the stuff you need to purchase to go fight.
For the bullets.
So they benefit off. So the Saudis say, you want to fight who? Come on, man. Iraq and Iran fought in the 80s for almost 10 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know about no Iraq-Iran war. That's before you were born. They fought for like 10.
That's the Gulf War, right?
No.
No.
That's before the Gulf War. That had nothing to do with the United States.
So we gave Iraq all the weapons to fight Iran.
That had nothing to do with the United
I
States.
remember
There was
that.
an Iran war in the 80s. Man, if you actually do your history, there has not been an extended period of time for at least 50 years where there was not a major conflict going on somewhere.
We're always in.
We just say since the United States been in existence. You know what I'm talking about? No. It's always been a war going on somewhere. Iraq and Iraq. See, you had the Mujahideen fighting against the Russians in Afghanistan in the late 70s, early 80s. Some of y'all have seen that Mr. Charlie's War, that movie with Tom Hanks in it. That was a real war, man. Bin Laden was the one they was funding with that. Then after that, they went and hollered at Saddam Hussein, and then you had an Iraq-Iran war, and they were funding him. And then Saddam Hussein, quote unquote, invaded Kuwait. And the United States said, we can't go for that. But before they went over there, they went and hollered at them Saudis and say, man, can we go around them? They say, yeah, you can go.
But you know that's your business.
You can go around them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they said, we want to be able to do it from your land. Okay, yeah, you can go around. You can go around them. They did that little battle, and then you had a battle going on in Bosnia, and that was ethnic cleansing of them, killing Muslims. You know what I'm talking about? It's quote unquote, and that war went on for a long time.
Before we got involved.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, before we got a long time. You know what I'm talking about? And then you had your Gulf War, Part 2, that hasn't stopped.
Still
Because
going.
this is basically the Gulf War that they got going on now.
They call it Operation Enduring Freedom.
We don't want to leave that area because of all the resources. And now Russia's in there.
And you know who they holding them resources down for? The Saudis.
Yeah.
That's who they holding it down for.
Yeah, they made an agreement way back.
That's who they holding it down for. They're not holding it down for themselves. Because the Saudis the one let you build a military base on our land to go get it. You think when they got that gold, they ain't gonna break the prince off? Get yours. You better. You don't notice that they claim that all the hijackers were from Saudi Arabia and they say nothing or do nothing to Saudi Arabia?
That's why they got that thing now where Obama was trying to keep them, because they wanted to sue the Saudis then. Now the 9/11 victims trying to
Ain't no
sue the
suing.
Saudis.
Sue your mammy. Ezekiel 35:1. Let's go. He said, moreover, the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith Yahuwah, Elohim, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So if he say stretch out his hand, what are he talking about?
Stretch out.
Yeah, let's look at it. Absolutely. Let's look at it. Make sure we got it right way.
Seer, that's the location.
Yeah, Mount Seir is where the land of Edom. We know that's that yard, right? That's that hand. So who he gonna stretch out against Seir? Now let's go get Isaiah 63:1 then. And then after Isaiah 63:1, Revelation 18:4. So he said he against me. That's why he say he coming through here. And I'm gonna get Psalm 60 while we hold this Ezekiel 35. Get me what I say? Isaiah 63:1. I gotta crank it up now. I ain't even touched Ezekiel 25. Reason why you looking at, we mentioned all this here because everybody wants to make America Babylon, make everything go over in the West. But we see everything's going, he ain't sitting back and say, how he gonna look at Mount Seir and say I'm against you, but Mount Seir over here? Does that make any sense? Make no sense. Come on, man. 63:1 Isaiah.
Who is this that coming from Edom?
Who this come from where?
From Edom.
Why, and where he coming from?
With dyed garments from Bozar.
From Basra, he got some dyed garments.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Hold on, read that again.
This is that glorious in his apparel, traveling in the
Now, if he's esteemed in his apparel, again, what is this telling us about? That light. I'm not meeting you as a man. You know what I'm talking about? Because he esteemed. Hold this right here. Just hold it. I'm going to swing it and read it to you real fast. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 18. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 18. Philippians chapter 3, verse 18. And we're going to swing right back to what he just read. It says, For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are enemies of the stake of Mashiach. You not realize the beast is going to be an enemy of the stake of Mashiach because he's trying to imitate him? And that he's an enemy of self-denial and the rejection of sin. Because if you crucify yourself, like we talked about last night, if you crucify yourself with this man, then you live the Elohim after that. So you have people that are enemies of the state. Not only just the beast being an enemy of the state, but you have natural men and women who are enemies of the state because they do not want to deny themselves. They want to continue to indulge in their pleasures, right? Now listen to the next thing he says. Whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, whose esteem is in their shame, who mind earthly things. Now we read in Revelation 17 about the kings with the delicacies. When you look at the Arabs, you look at the Saudi princes, they mind earthly things. They God is their own belly. Why is they God their own belly? According to the law. What about the serpent? Because the serpent was cursed to go upon his belly. So their God is Satan. You know what I'm saying? And who gave the beast his power? The serpent. Satan. Remember we read in Daniel 8, he said he got his power, but it's not of himself. And when you look at the beast, and you look at the Arabs and all this stuff, you look at Esau, they God is they. How you can take that is because all you got to go back is look in the law again. In Genesis 25, when the birthright was offered to him, what did this nigga say?
He want to feed his belly.
I want to feed my belly.
It's right.
I want to feed my belly.
That's time.
I want to feed my belly. He said, what good is this birthright going to do to me seeing that I'm about to die from starvation?
Out of his belly.
But you know what he was showing himself that he was not willing to deny himself to receive. He was an enemy of the state. You know what I'm talking about? He was an enemy of it. He was showing you that then, and these people showing you that now. Because Esau talked that trash about we Muslims and we don't do this and we don't do that. They are the most vile, disrespectful, rotten, even people that you ever want to see. You know what I'm talking about? Them Muslims will sit back, look at right. Everybody love Muhammad Ali, whoremonger. Whoremonger. All niggas look at it, he stood up for what he believed in. He ain't fighting the Vietnam War. He ain't stand up for what he really believed in, though. Because if he did, he kept his penis in his pants. You know what I'm talking about?
You know why?
But real talk, though, right? Everything that he say his religion is about, that man did not follow. It's only one Muslim that you know of that actually moved to follow what was written in that God-forsaken book. And that's Malcolm X.
That nigga took it to the head.
Straight up, though. Them niggas don't follow. That nigga, niggas say what they want to say. Muhammad Ali ain't follow that book. According to his own book, Muhammad Ali ought to go to hell. That didn't put the scriptures in it. His own book, he ought to go to hell. You know what I'm talking about? See, because you know why? That's that lip professor. That's all. Look at Elijah Muhammad. Sour nigga. Knocking them young girls down.
Left and right. Left and right.
Knocking them down. You know what I'm saying? You don't even follow what you say you believe. You know what I'm talking about? We can't say too much about Farrakhan. He ain't got caught doing nothing other than people think he killed him.
Yeah, but then he went with the guy from Dianetics or whatever. He brought him on.
The Scientology.
Scientology.
L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard. He did a video. Hey, I got. He said,
but guess what? Because he's right. You know who actually paid Louis Farrakhan? The Saudis do.
Yeah, you did say that.
That's known. They pay him.
You know why?
They pay him. They fund that.
And that's just pocket change for him. They throw him.
This nigga been going for 40, 50 years. Ain't nobody touched you, man?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody touched you,
He
man.
look like he could be a Saiyan.
You know what I'm talking about? Nah, but guess what he used to be?
Really? So,
Preacher.
He was a preacher. He was a preacher.
And he still go in Christian churches and preach.
He's a preacher.
Out the Bible too.
Yeah.
That man preached more. He said, before I was a Muslim, he said I was a Christian preacher before I became a Muslim. Just like Elijah Muhammad said, before I became a Muslim, I was a Mason.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's in the Message to the Black Man. That's in his book.
So he was off going into.
Some of y'all seen that video with the Q dogs in it, right? Some of y'all seen that?
Oh, man.
Q dog would bounce around there with their booty out. Q dog, booty's out.
Hey, then in the comments, some girl got all mad. She's standing up for him. Oh, y'all. She said, y'all ignorant. Y'all don't understand.
I understand there's a bunch of men with their booty out. So I only know what happened when niggas cut the camera off. That was some cute dog somewhere. And an ignorant nigga gonna post about look at IUIC like, come on, man, don't do the boy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh, man. I'm for real though. Dude really posted that and said, look at IUIC. Isaiah 63.
It says, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Greatness of his strength.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Mighty to save.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
Now where in the law it say he'll be red in his apparel? Not the prophets, not in Tanakh, not the Besor. Where is it in the law that it said that this man would be red in his apparel?
You saw coming out red in here.
Genesis chapter 49.
I was gonna say with Joe.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Eyes white. White is milky.
Come on, y'all. Genesis 49. We got to crank it up. Genesis 49 and 10. Genesis 49 and 10. Because remember, he talking about mighty to save. That's what he just said, right? Look at 49 and 10 now. He said, the scepter shall not depart from Yehuda, nor a Torah giver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. And unto him shall be the gathering of the people be. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
I missed that. That's so tight.
What? That man coming back to murk Sunday. But he got to come out. You don't realize who he coming back to murk first? The people of his indignation. Esau is the people. You gotta understand something, right? Don't you think he would be a little bit more indignant against Esau if you standing up and you've been blaspheming my tabernacle? You've been blaspheming my name. We already read in Jeremiah 51 that you've been slaughtering the children of Yasharah in the midst of thee. And then he said when he returned, he gonna slaughter everybody in the midst of Babylon. And you read in Revelation 19, he come up out of the sky, all the Malachim with him, and he come treading the wine press of the wrath of the Almighty Elohim. Before I catch the rest of you niggas, I need to see this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real though. Before I catch you, you Ammonites and you Moabites, and you know what I'm talking about, and you Kenites and you Hivites and all you other people, I need to see Edomites.
Is Obadiah in the prophecy it say when we inhabit the land we gonna take Moab and Ammon?
Look at Obadiah. Dang, long thing.
You say you gonna take Moab and Ammon as possession?
No, that's another place.
That's another prophecy.
Obadiah, it's only one verse. Verse 15. I got it. Obadiah, verse 15. There you go, one child. Listen what he tell you, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you about verse 8 though. He say, shall I not in that day, saith Yahuwah, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, understanding out of the mount of Esau, and thy mighty men, O T-man, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of Mount Esau may be cut off by the slaughter. This is what he tell you now. For thy violence against our brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You know what I'm talking about? So when you sit back and you look at what's the violence against his brother Jacob then?
No, I'm going spiritual.
This the persecution of the Kadeshim that we talking about, what this beast is going to be doing. He's going to be persecuting his brother Jacob. You know what I'm talking about? Who's going to be doing the persecuting is the beast. And we ain't even got to the part what's going to cause it. It's that he's going to cause this image to be bowed down to, like Nebuchadnezzar did in Babylon. You know what I'm talking about? Because you got to realize something, right? You read about Hananiah and Mishael and Azariah being spared, but you know it had to be other brood that buck that got murked, though. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't read about it, you know if this man was doing that, you think he stopped having people worship him because these 3 men got saved? You don't think that he might have murked somebody before them 3 men got saved? You don't think it was Bruce who bowed down and worshiped that before that happened to them? And you see the beast gonna come around and do the same thing of the construct of Babylon. A land full of graven, you can worship anything you want in Babylon. And that's what the beast gonna come do and say he want all that worship to come to him. All Satan been wanting the whole time is worship. And all Esau been wanting the whole time is to one up his brother. Because remember, right, when he lost the birthright, what did Esau say he was gonna do? I'm gonna kill him.
They want to start.
And guess what happens after this here? When the beast take over and Esau ruling, guess what he gonna seek to do? I can kill this nigga. No. I can get it. Swing over here to verse 15.
No restraints.
He say, for the day of Yahuwah is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall be returned upon thy own head. For as you have drunk upon my Kadesh mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. They shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So how they gonna be drinking? Where does the beast say it's gonna set up? Where he gonna set in place up at? No, I'm talking about where it said that way. See that? But where he said he gonna set in place up at? He said he gonna set in place up right in Jerusalem, and sit there and say he's gone.
So do you think this gonna be a filmed event?
Oh yeah, I believe television.
It might be it's gonna be really broadcast for everybody to be able to
Because we had that ability now.
Yeah.
We had that
Get on
ability
your
now.
phone now and get
You know,
live.
it's people gonna be sitting there. These people probably got enough power. They can just break it in your phone and be like, "Here, watch it."
Yeah.
break it
Oh, they
in.
do it all the
The
time.
movies, they be coming out with movies where everybody be on one channel, boy.
No, I'm talking about you might have just not even been using your phone.
We get a red alert all
and then
the
all of a
time.
sudden
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
got a
saying.
broadcast on your phone.
Bro, they can hear everything going on.
Oh yeah, I mean with cell phones and flat screen TVs, they can watch and see everything you're doing. So you like this here, right? So you know what? You did what you're supposed to do. You want to have a show, you walk around your living room butt naked. Wiggling down right in front of the TV. I'm gonna give you something to see. I bet you cut it off then. Bet you cut it off then.
They
They
can't
might not.
Bet you cut it off then. You nasty bastard. You know what I'm saying? Look at verse 6. He said, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be Kadesh, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And see, this is going about something we looked at in Zechariah 14, where it said these people going to be doing all this here. And then they going to try to murk everybody, then the master come back and he restores to you what's yours. Because they trying to take what's yours. Ain't no trying, they going to take it. And the next thing he say, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahuwah have spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of the host of the children of Yasharal shall possess that of the Kenites, even under Zapharad, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Serepharad, shall possess the cities of the south. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahuwah's. And we looking at Isaiah 63, that's what he coming to do, is to take the kingdom and to save. He's going to eliminate these people. He's going to get rid of them. See, a lot of people see, like it says, see, some people say Esau already been eliminated. You have some people that teach that. They believe Esau already been extinguished. But we know he couldn't have been extinguished because the kingdom's not Yah's right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say Obadiah was fulfilled already.
But that would be impossible since the kingdom is not Yah. You know what I'm saying? So we know that ain't been fulfilled. So that means he waited. Why, if it's already been fulfilled, then why is this man coming through Bozrah, murking something? Come back to Ezekiel 35. I got you. Yeah, we good now. I got a crazy up. Now we read, right, he said, stretch up. We established that hand is Mashiach. You go look at Revelation 14, him coming on the cloud, murking Babylon, Revelation 19, because we know he'd always extend the sun as his right hand. And he said he would make it desolate. And what's the only city in this book talk about being made desolate? Babylon.
Doesn't it say that Israel shall be made desolate? Jerusalem shall be made
It's made desolate because we not there. So it's destroyed, it's broken down. Other than Jerusalem, ain't no other city he talking about executing no wrath on nobody and making it desolate. Well, he say nobody gonna dwell there. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Let's look at the same token, right? He said, I will, verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahuwah. Because thou hast a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Yasharal by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. So we know full well when we left out of Jerusalem, the time of our iniquity was not at an end. So let's look at Hebrews chapter 9, about verse 26 or 27, and let's see the time that you have your iniquity.
That's talking about, that's the end time.
This is the end of perpetual hatred.
Because that's when we gonna be made Kudashim. That's iniquity at the end for everybody, right? Oh yeah, that's time.
At the end, he coming to see you at the end. He said, your iniquity, you had a perpetual hatred. He said, see, look at it, he said, he take by force of the sword in the time of their calamity when their iniquity had an end. You know that is not talking about when we got put out. That is not talking about when we got put out.
Iniquity ain't come to an end.
The iniquity ain't at an end. You know when the iniquity comes to an end? When this man get here.
Hebrews 9.
And 26. Tell me what 26 says.
For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world, but now once in the end of the world.
At the what?
At the end of the world.
Oh, man.
Have he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself.
Now you look at his perpetual hatred, right? It say that the serpent was what? Wroth with the woman and going to make war with the remnant of her seed that had the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Yahushua. And who is the person in front of the beast? I mean, of the serpent, but the beast. See, we mentioned this here, right? That's what it says we make the correction at. In Daniel 11, right, he said he won't regard the God of his fathers, right? Well, who was Esau's daddy? And who was Isaac's daddy?
Abraham.
So that's how we can sit back and look at he's going to be an Edomite or Arab.
Because he's not regarding the God of his father.
So basically, only us and them are the ones that have not regarded the God of our fathers.
You know what I'm saying? We have, just not with a faithful heart. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of how black people, regardless they in Christian church or nothing, they are regarding him.
Okay, touche.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you're saying Christianity, they're regarding them.
I'm talking about our people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because we may not be keeping it correctly, but most of our people know that, yeah, we rock with the God of this book.
There's only one
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Like, it's saying that the beast ain't going to regard nothing.
Okay.
Let's look at Daniel 11 just so we know. Daniel 11 about verse 37 or 36. It says, and the king shall do according to his will. Remember, that's the opposite of the master, because what the master said, I don't come to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. This king gonna do what he want to do. And he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper until the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. And remember, it said Esau is what? The people of his indignation. I'm going to just tell y'all where that's at, so y'all can know where that's at. For those of y'all that don't know where that's at. That's Malachi chapter 1. And that is verse 4. He said, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahuwah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahuwah have indignation forever. Why would he have indignation against these people? Because they don't regard him at all. Listen, next thing he said, neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. Now we like to clown and say that means he's homosexual. That means he just will not have a desire or a leaning towards a woman. He ain't gonna want no woman. He don't care about no woman. He ain't worried about no woman. He ain't think about no woman. No, all he worried about is, you know why? You know the reason why he has to do that?
Because he's God. I mean, he declares himself as God, right?
Yeah, I mean, is that there? But you know what? When the master was on the earth, did he have any desire for a woman?
No, he got to walk just like how
He got to try to, this man ain't had, Hamashiach was not walking around here, well, that's a nice one. The reason why I said that, it sounds funny, but get it over.
No, but he said he came to marry Israel. He already had his wife.
But what I'm talking about is like how Jacob seen Rachel and say, boy, she's beautiful, countess, and well favored. You know what I'm saying? He looked at her and said, boy, she fine and she pretty. You know what I'm saying? The master ain't walk around and say, ooh, boy, that's a winner right there. Boy, I might need to go holler at that one. Well, guess what? The beast gonna be walking around doing this. Look at, man, that don't mean nothing wrong with you because you look at a woman and say, she's nice. I'm gonna holler at her. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing wrong with that. The problem is you like, she's nice. I'm gonna do this to her. Now you got a problem. You know what I'm talking about? Now you got a problem because now you done went too far. You know what I'm saying?
You've allowed it to grow.
You've allowed it to grow. If you look at a woman, the first thing you think about is what you gonna do to her. You need to go see. You need to go home and pray.
Don't touch yourself.
You need to go pray. You need to go pray. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with you looking at a woman and say, I find her attractive. I want to get to know her. The problem come in if you find her attractive and she dumb as a box of rocks and you still keep on going. You know what I'm talking about? Now that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Titties sag and bodies get bad. You know what I'm talking about? What you I'm just saying though, what you gonna do? Meaning that you got to, that woman got to have more to offer than her body. Eventually her body's not gonna stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Skin wrinkles. You know what I'm talking about? So that means what is, because guess what that means? If she don't physically begin to look like how she looked when you met her, that's not gonna keep you there. You're gonna seek that from something else somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But if she has a spirit and a mind that can't be matched, you ain't going nowhere. You don't care what she look like. You know what I'm talking about? Now you're gonna be like, hey, you put on the next weight, let's go to the gym together. I can put on something too. We can work it all together. That's a little different. Shoot, that same token, look at it. Don't look at it. Oh, he got a nice body. Shoot, niggas get fat and nasty too. You know what I'm talking about? You like to see her shoot. She might look at you like, baby, hey, trying to get a gym membership. Trying to make something happen. Hey, you can sit a whole Kool-Aid container in your stomach. Holding up cups on your bed. I can't do nothing with it. It's like a memory phone. But in all seriousness though, you got to have, it's got to be something more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? If you pick a mate, so black people are the only people that pick a mate from the waist down.
From the waist down.
Today.
Yeah, most black people,
Today,
they
yeah.
look at the waist down. What is their sexual prowess? You know what I'm saying? They don't look at really their mind. They look at what they look like physically, facially, and I wonder how freaky he or she can get.
And that's coming from the media program.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of other people, they sit back and they teach their children to pick their mate based on what they got in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Because you want more women, they're not going to pick a man of intelligence, of ambition, of ingenuity, or none of that. I want nothing to do with that nigga. That was a square. I want that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like when she got a big old booty, but she's stupid. You know what I'm talking about? She can't raise no kids. She can't keep no house. She can't cook no food. She can't give no wise words. She can't do nothing. Don't talk about if you were trying to build something, she can't help you build it. All she gonna just sit there and look at it. I need $100. I need my hair done.
And argue with you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm flexible. That's all she got. I'm just sitting there saying, though, I mean, a lot of dudes, I know dudes that be like, yeah, boy, you better leave that girl alone. Bro, but she fine, though. Then they be like, boy, see, you don't understand because you ain't got no kid. I do understand. You saw a woman that was physically attractive. You knew she wasn't no good. You knew she was stupid. You knew she was a foot dragger. You messed with her anyway. Then some of them look at, he fine, or you like the way he made you feel in between your legs, but you knew he wasn't about nothing. You knew he wasn't gonna do nothing. You knew he ain't want nothing. You knew he couldn't teach your kids. This nigga can't even teach you.
He's a homosexual.
Now that's that thing talking about that's somebody who's looking for a woman because he ain't got nowhere to stay. And for real, you know how many dudes that women got messing with a nigga who ain't got nowhere to stay? All he know how to do is have sex, and they mess with him too. I think I can get it right. I think you lack intelligence. If he got a pattern of this, it's one thing if he's like, okay, he down bad, but you seeing that this man has a plan in his brain that he moving to execute to get himself right. That's different versus a nigga just like, shoot, I just go with a wind taker. You know what I'm talking about? Just go with a wind taker. There's a difference got to be, you should choose a mate by what's in here. Of course nobody don't want nobody who they deem to be unattractive. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to live with a sea monkey. You know what I'm talking about? For real though, but you want somebody with a brain though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's right here, right? If you a man and you an entrepreneur, then quite naturally you should want a woman who got a mind like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want a woman that's gonna be able to at least have a brain to, well, I don't know how to do this here, but I can help you with the books though. Or I can help you do this here though. You just don't want a woman that's gonna go do this here.
Can I get some more money?
That ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, you got a woman, you done dip, you sit back, you going to work all day, she stay home, she came back, you know what, I came up with a couple ideas for her to get some money outside. She did what? Oh, that's a bet. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want.
Proverbs.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want no woman else who want to do is throw her legs in the air and stick her hand out. You know what I'm saying? And as a woman, you don't want no man that all he gonna do is just, hey man, you know, got some blood flow going on. What you gonna do about it?
It's time to put some work in.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, but this ain't a man who got, you know what I'm saying? But this ain't a man who got a concrete plan of what he gonna do to provide and protect for this woman and any children they produce.
And then the women be upset.
You know what I'm saying? This is the thing I never understood. A woman get with a nigga who ain't taking care of his kids. What makes you think if he give you a baby, he gonna take care of yours?
That's thinking with emotion.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga got 3 kids, he don't take care of none of them, but it's gonna be different with me. Man, I put it like this here, man. You know what I'm saying? You get you a man, you make sure he a thug and intelligent too. When I mean he's a soldier. That mean he gonna protect, he gonna ride. I ain't talking about no thug, talking about running the street, commit no crime. Get your thoroughbred. You know what I'm talking about?
Why just be a man?
Man, when you say it, see, you looking at the connotation of what a thug is now.
A man handle business where I'm from.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ain't no
Guess what?
thug.
You say, see, we look at thugs and walk around here, hands all down like
No, but
this.
you're a grown man. You gonna handle business like
Guess what? And round our way,
It's a lot of men like boys.
and round our way, that's what a thug is though. Handling business. You know what I'm talking about? He handling business though. You know what I'm talking about? And they don't necessarily mean that he's violent, that he's running the streets, or none of that there. I stand for what I stand for.
Not against rap. Not
You
against
know what I'm saying? The key thing is though, he gotta be intelligent though. He gotta be intelligent though. See, you got dudes that are thugs, but they're not intelligent though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure he's intelligent though. You don't want no dummy. Well, you don't want to marry no dummy. Man or woman. Don't marry no dummy. You know what I'm talking about? You want to marry a dummy? I feel for you. I ain't got nothing else to say. Ezekiel 35, I ain't got nothing else to say. I feel for you, marry a dummy. Oh, we in Daniel 11, my father. Verse 38, he said, but in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, a God whom his fathers knew not, shall he honor with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things. And guess what? It say the God his fathers knew not. Abraham ain't no saint. Isaac ain't no saint. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't know none of them. Now remember now, Abraham came up in a household of idolaters. But he ain't rock with that though. He got around that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta really like this here. You don't know no, I don't know no serpent. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Because to know Elohim is to serve him and to love him and to know what he's about. I don't know these people. You know what I'm talking about? He gonna excuse me. He gonna know him. Ezekiel 35 though. I gotta finish this.
It say, but in his estate he shall honor the gods.
Of course. That's Satan. How many of y'all ever seen Star Wars?
Spirit gonna give, Satan gonna give his power to the beast.
Give his power. Gonna give all the power to the beast. Forces. Rock with it. 35, right? Ezekiel 35, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, he's swearing now. Listen to him now. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahuwah Elohim, I will repair thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Now what you think that mean? He talking about blood gonna pursue thee, since you ain't hate no blood. Now they go back to what we were talking about. Now he gonna be eating them blood, red. Since you didn't let mine shed the blood of my people, I'm gonna shed your blood. Now get to Revelation 18:4.
For that force, it's a safety, stronghold, protection, refuge.
Yeah, and guess what? He say remember he say that if the strong man, you had to protect your house, strong man couldn't come in, because that refuge in that time is you serve the beast, you don't die. He said, whoever serve the beast live. You don't serve the beast, you get your head cut off. You know what I'm saying? So for in that time period, that's gonna be the refuge. His God. See, who ain't gonna be the refuge for these people in their mind? He is the refuge, but he's not gonna be the refuge in their mind.
Not to say they devil.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Physically, y'all still.
Because they're gonna look at it as he's not gonna save them. Look at that. Jimmy got killed yesterday. Man, you know how many of these whole niggas gonna flip out, man, when that man gonna start killing people, bro? I'm talking about Hebrews, man. I'm gonna call them for what they is. They need to talk all that gangster stuff. But when this man go to Murray News and they see their homeboy who had that smock on, you know what I'm saying?
IUIC garment on.
Had that curtain on, had that turban on, had that mitre on, had all that stuff on. They fringes, and they go to see it. Boy, he killed Azariah.
Yeah, he killed him.
Bro.
Bro.
They gonna show that on TV,
Bro. I don't know you have a shot, nigga. Boy. I'm telling you though, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, right? For some people, right?
Be quiet.
Like this here, right? Cause he say now somebody he say he gonna hide you from the temptation that's trying the whole earth. I know. But that's a serious thing now, right? I can't tell you how none of y'all would react. That's a serious thing to see somebody who you know followed the word get their head cut off right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? To see them get murdered right. You've never experienced that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we've been talking about your faith got to be on point where you love this man with all your heart and all your strength and all your soul. That's why he say don't fear him that can kill the body. Why you think the master telling you this? Say you better fear him that can kill the body and the soul and cast it into hell. Because you going to stand there and see your homie get murdered. You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of brew, when they see that, shoot, nigga. Well, I thought, man, I was just on that on Facebook, cuz. Check this out.
I was just saying.
Check this out.
That wasn't that.
That was good, Mike.
Yeah, that
You
was.
still on? Oh, I didn't know you were messing with like. For real though. Oh, I was just, you know what I'm saying? Man, shoot, that's just what all my friends were doing. You know what I'm saying?
The sad part is though, you for
Is
real.
that what all my friends?
No, but he for real. It's really gonna be like that though.
It's really gonna be like that, bro. Like I said, right? Some of y'all have never been incarcerated. So the thought of being in a cell could terrify you. You know what I'm saying? I already been to jail, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm just being honest and I'm being realistic. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you're gonna fold. It just means that if you've never been in a 6x9 room by yourself, and the thought of that coming in your mind when you threaten with that, that's going, you know what I'm talking about? You've never experienced that.
That and then if you got kids, that's the other way they gonna get you.
You know what I'm talking about? So then you sit there like this here, right? Y'all been in the word together all these years. And you just sat back and you just watched this man get killed right before your face. And let's say you ain't never seen a man be killed before. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never walked up and either seen a man get killed or the aftermath. Like some have never seen what hot lead do to flesh. You know what I'm saying? I done seen what that do. Luckily that nigga only got hit in his shoulder. I done seen the aftermath when my homegirl got shot in her vagina. You know what I'm talking about? I'm dead serious.
Ew, the aftermath.
I mean, dude walked up to her, knocked on the door, she opened the door, bam, bam. You know what I'm talking about? I come up later, she hadn't already came out the door, blood everywhere. I'm like, dang. And they told her she'd never have a baby too, and she had a baby before she died. I mean, she didn't die from the gunshot, she died. Well, straight up and down, like that ain't no, imagine seeing somebody get their head cut off. You read about it, you might have seen it in a movie. It's another thing to see it right in front of your face.
You got blood.
You know what I'm saying? And some people don't have that faith where they rooted in Yahuwah to take that. You understand something? The master knew he was going to die and stepped up to the plate and said, let's get it. So that's why we talk about the simple fact that you have that mind and heart of faith to know that this man will not cause your soul to see corruption, where you can be like, well, let's get it. You might sit back and be like, Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass, but not my will be done, but that will be done. You might turn around and say the same thing he said, but at the same token, let's get it though. Because you're going to have to do what you got to do now. You know what I'm talking about? You got to, because these people ain't going to have no, they shed your blood. See, Revelation 18, he said that rejoice over the blood of the apostles that had them been shed. You done avenged them. They ain't shed no, ain't no white man shed no blood of no prophets and apostles right now. But in that time period, when them, you gotta understand something. When them two witnesses pop off and they go to spitting what they spit, boy, he gonna be raising men up to speak against this man. Why else would he be wrong? You think he gonna be wrong by some niggas on YouTube talking about F the white man? With his mama curtain on? With a bed sheet on his head? You know what I'm talking about? With some busty nights on? Come on, read that Revelation. Yeah. I'm for real though.
It's a throne one.
No, but then, I think I'm saying, went to Joe Hands and bought some fabric, talking about this a garment. All I need to do is cut a hole in it and put it on.
And I heard another voice from Shamaim saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Get up out of there now.
And that ye receive not her plague.
Don't catch them plague now.
For her sins have reached unto Shamaim, and Elohim have remembered her iniquities.
All that blaspheming, all that idolatry, all that killing of my people, I remember that. When you really look in the word, it's only 2 instances, and it was only children, where you see your people being exterminated like that. And that was in Egypt, and that was when we were in land by the Romans, and that's only because they were trying to stop a savior from coming. You know what I'm saying? When you actually look in the word, you do not see a systematic dismantling and slaughtering of our people. You see us going to war and us dying in battles, but you didn't see somebody coming through and systematically killing us. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, we didn't read Psalm 83.
Wait, say that again. You said, say that again.
A systematic, basic
You
genocide.
said the only 2 times you said was Egypt, and then
when we were in the land and the Romans did it, trying to kill the babies to stop the massacre.
and then now, right?
You can see now,
With
that's
abortion and all
yeah,
that.
but see, the abortion, that's voluntary. Like,
But they manipulate
What about the
They-
birth
people into
control
that.
as well?
but I mean, but at the same, it ain't the same because they were murking.
No,
He
he's
told,
saying like
he told the Egyptian break
Yeah.
when they had these
Yeah,
babies,
but I'm saying
kill them.
it's more covert now. They manipulate people.
Don't get me wrong, that they still, it's going on in that fashion, but I'm talking about
That's why they came out
die,
with
wreck, kill it.
But that's the
It's still
only
a choice,
difference is that they have a choice, so they own people doing it too.
See, don't get me wrong, because that is in the same token. But we talking about literally, Pharaoh told the midwives, kill all their babies.
Like coming straight from the
You know what I'm saying? Herod say, every baby 2 and under, murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A whole different ballgame than
We
first
but see, that's just children. What we talking about with the beast is going to come through and systematically commit genocide against our people. And in the history of our people, that has not occurred to us. We done had a lot of battles. And y'all done let a lot of people come through and smash a certain amount of us, but he didn't allow for a systematic genocide. Because the master said, if it wasn't for the elect, no flesh would be saved. That means this man will run them up and kill not only all of us, but everybody on the planet. He just be left around and say, it's just me. He'd be happy then. But see, because his anger if nobody worships him. See, when you look when the master rejected his worship, Satan didn't get mad. He just did. But see, now you're dealing with a natural man who's having the desires of the adversary inside of him. So he has the emotions of men. See, spiritual beings don't have emotions. You know what I'm talking about? You don't have emotions. Because they're spirit. They don't have, a Malachim doesn't have an emotion. You know what? I don't like you. But they don't care for us. They don't deal with behaviors. They follow orders. You know what I'm talking about? They deal in righteousness, they deal in judgment. Now, of course, now Satan and his people, they deal in wickedness. And they deal in unjust judgment. But he don't have feelings. You know what I'm talking about? But when he puts himself inside of this man, that's why you see he entered into the heart of Judas to betray him, because you're dealing with a human being that got feelings, jealousy, envy, hatred towards a man. Yeah, I turn this thing in. I ain't never liked that nigga no way. You know what I'm saying? When you turn around and you look at the beast, you enter into a man who has a desire to, I want to be the man. And Satan want to be the man. So we just a match made. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all won't worship me, I'll kill all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see Satan going to kill nobody because ain't nobody worship. Satan just out here doing this thing. He's just trying to get you to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? He's getting you to kill yourself by going on with what he suggests. Rock with this, ride with that. That's why he say he walking the earth to and fro as a lion seeking to whom he may devour, because he's seeking to get you to be devoured on your own desires. So when you turn around, you can't blame him. You can only blame yourself. So in this instance, he gonna be mad because you won't serve me, so I'm gonna just kill all of you. That's why these people trip me out. Oh, like they call you people, everybody vote. We got, like I said, they try to shame you into voting. Oh, you ought to vote. Your people died for the right to vote, and my people knew what time it was. They probably wouldn't have did it.
That voting ain't done nothing for us.
You know what I'm saying? I told somebody earlier today, voting has not stopped white supremacy. It hasn't stopped the systematic oppression and murdering of my people. So why would I vote for Solomon Grundy and the most atrocious looking white woman you ever want to see? Why would I sit here and vote for a man who doesn't have the common courtesy to get a toupee that looks natural?
Just not to wear one. Go for the ball.
That might not work for him. Or like that dude said in that video, how could I vote for a nigga this nigga face look like a reversible? And you know what's crazy is he do look like a rodent. For him to say this nigga's a paranormal rodent. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, like everybody's shocked how this man be acting. This is the character this man has been playing for 35 years. You know what I'm saying? Like everything he's saying and doing is nothing new. It's only new to y'all because you're young. This man has ran for president at least 3 times. Yeah. This is the furthest he's ever gotten. And Jesse Jackson done ran for president 3-4 times.
But you remember when Obama was running?
That's why he said that, man, I cut that nigga nuts off.
Yeah, he did say that. I don't be watching that stuff, man.
I mean, like I said, it ain't even what, it's just dealing with politics. I say y'all younger, so you don't know. This man ran for president at least twice in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about? And maybe once in the 90s. And I think once in the 2000s too.
Obama was running. When he framed Obama with the
Yeah, like this might be his 5th time running. You know, this man actually ran a football league. Smashed it right into the ground.
The women's league.
He ran the USFL. That's before y'all time. That's the team that we had before the Jaguars, the Jacksonville Bulls. That man ran that. He was the owner of the New Jersey Generals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? No. And where he messed that league up was, is they were not playing during the time when the NFL played. They played in the summertime. And then he wanted to try to directly compete with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of major football players. Reggie White played in the USFL. Steve Young did. Jim Kelly did. Hall of Fame players, they didn't come out the league and go straight to the NFL. They played in that league because they were paying a little bit more change. You know what I'm saying? And he ran that league in the ground. I watched a documentary about it. They blamed him for that. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of stuff into the ground.
Because he's an idiot.
Not a businessman.
No, he is a businessman.
Yeah.
But the thing that takes him down is the thing that takes most businessmen down. Greed and arrogance.
Yeah, and arrogant. He don't know how to work with people.
Yeah.
On his level.
Let's go back to this 35%. This is what he said, right? See the 35%. Then I'm going to knock out 21 and 11 in Isaiah. Because he got his 5.6. He says, then thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it him that passed out and him that returned. See, we didn't finish that where he said, come up out of her. Remember he said, reward her as he has rewarded us. Pay her back double. See, there's no kingdom sitting around. See, they say America say, I sit as a lady. And I don't, but you know, America doesn't always necessarily refer to herself as a woman. See, they always say that with America being a woman because of the Statue of Liberty. But you got to know who gave America the Statue of Liberty. The French gave it to them. And that was a Masonic gift. You know what I'm talking about? See, I didn't read the verse because like you said, right? But I think it's in Acts 17. Let me check this.
I heard it was green when they first heard it was bronze. It's bronze.
I believe so.
Then it got corroded.
Yeah, got
They cheap.
That was a gift.
That's what.
Come over here to the book of Acts real fast. I'm not this out. I mentioned this here, man. I want to get my page. I want to say it's chapter 16. Oh, Acts chapter 19. My apologies. 19 and 24. Remember how we say they walk around and they say, Allah, you Akbar, God is great. Look at verse 24, right? For a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which had made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation and said, Sirs, you know that by this craft we have our wealth. Remember it said that the kings of the earth were made rich through it. You don't think when these people going to come up, they're going to be making little idols, selling them for you to bow down and worship themselves to?
Oh, definitely.
Because it said the kings of the earth is how they got their wealth. Now look what's going on, right? Moreover, you see and hear that not alone at Ephesians, but almost all throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. And remember what he said when the watchman said, seek ye out and acquire, and if so, return.
They was hot about him messing with them.
Yes, sir. So that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and all the world worship. So don't you realize that when we stand up and speak against this beast, that they gonna be that's gonna cause these people to be hot because all the world worship it. That's why I say, little children, keep yourself from idols. He's saying the whole city was filled with confusion. Having called Gaius and Aristarchus, men of Macedonia, Paul's companions in travel, they rushed with one accord into the theater. And when Paul would have entered in unto the people, the disciples suffered him not. And certain of the chief of Amer, which were his friends, sent unto him, desiring that he would adventure himself into the theater. Some therefore cried one thing and some another, for the assembly was confused. The more part knew not whitherfore they would come together. And they drew Alexander out of the multitude, the Yahudim putting him forward, and Alexander beckoned with the hand and would have made his defense unto the people. And when they knew that he was a Yahudim, all with one voice about the space of 2 hours cried, Great is Diana of Ephesians. Now when you look at Asia Minor, you know what? You know that Edom and all those places are right up. And you guess what they around there doing? Allahu Akbar. God is great. Now hold on, swing over here with this here. Jeremiah chapter, I can't recall the chapter. Somebody 30. But you know, what did he say that the children of Yasharal was doing for Ashtaroth? Baby cakes for the queen of Shamayim. And what else did he say? And weeping for Tammuz. And you know who Tammuz is? Tammuz is the crescent and Ashtaroth is the star. So they're going to be worshiping, they're going to be worshiping the same God they've been worshiping. You know what I'm talking about? And they're going to be that same token. Because you see how he rushed out of them and say, when they heard they were Yahudim, they would say, great is Diana of Ephesians. So don't you realize when the beasts come out, they find out you a keeper of the commandments of Elohim, and the faith of Yahushua, you a Yahudim. Great is Allah. Great is the beast. Great is Satan. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they're going to be doing. Because you're going to be causing people money to stop. If you right here telling people that's a false, he's not the real Messiah.
Have your attention, please. People ain't trying to hear that, man. Please. The library will close in 30 minutes at 6 o'clock.
Look at him.
All meetings will close at 6 p.m.
You know what I'm saying? They won't pay attention. I want you to watch. Watching that game, man. Seen that whole money. Change it again, man. Matter of fact, go get my juice out of the fridge. Look at verse 7, right? And Ezekiel 35. Well, we're in verse 8, right? He said, I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. Revelation 19. I ain't even get all Isaiah 47. I told you we can get to Ezekiel 25. But guess what that means? Save it for another day. I mean, that was a lot of chapter trying to go. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff trying to do. Revelation 19 and 10, 11 though. And I saw Shammahim open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes was a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Elohim. And the armies which were in Shammahim followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, and out of his mouth goes a sharp sword. With it he shall smite the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he tread the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty Elohim. And on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, Malik of Maliks and Master of Masters. So when you look at it, it's right here, and then we go down and you see how he say he'll kill all the kings and all their armies, and their bodies will fill up all these places. Because this is referring to the master coming back. Come back to Ezekiel 35 real fast, because there's one other point in this.
Praise the Lord.
Down goes Fraser. Drop down to verse 11 though. And y'all willing, we'll come back and deal with all this stuff. And we done dealt with it before with Ezekiel 35, but we deal it in a different fashion. I think we'll just continue on to deal with it if I can find somewhere where the Wi-Fi connects so I can actually upload the video. The laptop ain't cooperating. It's just not. He said, therefore as I live, saith Yahuwah Elohim, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of hatred against them, and I will make myself known amongst them when I have judged thee. What you just read. He said, and thou shalt know that I am Yahuwah, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Yasharal, saying they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth you have boasted, and multiplied your words against me, I have heard them. You know what I'm talking about? Now, let's look at Revelation 13. Let's look at how dude talk. Hey. Hey.
I think he matching his off today.
Hey, man. Revelation 13 and 5.
Get him off of you, Dwayne. Get him off.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. Remember, they say this Esau, he say all these blasphemy, which is, oh man. So guess what? That's gonna make the beast. And he opened his mouth, and them that, I'm sorry, and he was given 40 and 2 months, and he opened his mouth and blasphemy against Elohim, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in Shamahim. And it was given unto him to make war with the Kadeshim to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. Which again, he said is perpetual hatred that he gonna use to slaughter his people. Isaiah 21.
Hello?
I got a lot more than we go to this. 21, we started at 11. So when you look at the morning coming at night, we dealt with that. Look what he said, the burden upon Arabia, in the forest of Arabia shall ye lodge, O you traveling companies of Didim. Now let's look at this. We look at Arabia. That's steppe dwellers, or the people inhabiting the country east or south of Canaan, the nomadic deserts of the Bedouins. He told them that this is where they would lodge at, in the forest in Arabia, or in lodge in the deserts. They say you traveling companies of Dedan, and this is the low country, or descendants of the inhabitants of Dedan. And you know what Dedan is?
That's him?
I think that's Esau too.
Oh, yeah,
That's Esau too. Let's keep on going though. He said the inhabitants of the land of Timah brought water to him that was thirsty. They prevented with their bread him that fled. For they fled from the swords, from the drawn sword, and from the bent bow, and from the grievousness of war. Now what you think this could mean if they flee from the grievousness of war? From the bent bow. Now, say they fleeing from the sword, from the drawn sword, and from the bent bow.
Fleeing from death, so.
They fleeing from the master. Remember Isaiah chapter 2, they say, let the mountains fall on us. And Revelation 6 say the same thing. They went and hid themselves under the mountain. Because now their judgment had done came. You know what I'm saying? Because all these other people are going to be in subjection unto the people. And they're going to be in subjection under Esau. Because he said, when you have dominion, you'll break the yoke from off his neck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Esau ain't had dominion yet. That means he gonna have a rule. Right now, every kingdom getting their rule, Esau get his last. That's why sometimes when they read that verse out the Apocrypha all the time, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning, but they miss the whole point that these people couldn't be Esau because that's not the end. These people not gonna be the ones ruling at the end. How the Father set it up is that Esau get his last.
I thought about what you said, like out of all the nations, America may be the one that may try to go against the beast. You know,
more than likely because they gonna buck it.
Yeah.
They gonna buck it. They gonna buck it. Because they not gonna want to submit themselves because them white folks gonna be saying niggas. You gotta understand something. They the one came up with the term sand niggas. Do you not realize they call us and them niggas?
Both of us.
Cause they know like that's their people, they niggas to us. They niggas to us. Isaiah 47.
I'm not a saint.
I don't think people sit back and think about it. They call them sand niggas. You know what I'm saying?
That's letting you know that they know that's them they peoples.
They related. It's just black people don't want to look at that because it allows, I don't know why them dudes go so far for Esau being Caucasian, but they definitely do.
It's hatred in their heart.
They just want to see the white man go down.
They didn't want to see the white man go down. That's all that is. They want to see the white man go down. They want to see something. But shoot, man, let's look at, I'll save this here because that's too much stuff in this here. We come back with this here a little later. With all the enchantments and all this stuff we talking about, what this man going to be coming with. We just stop right there. Just praise y'all for y'all trying to do that.